What's up, everybody? It is every other Wednesday night on Three Star Draw. You know what that means. It's time for the backyard battlefield. I'm down south 7-7, aka Three Star Draw. And with me is my bro, the crusty
Crusty
old
old
crow.
crow. There, you made it. You made it rhyme. That was as close as we were getting.
I tried to leave it so you didn't have to say the whole thing. He told me a sweet rhyme before we went live.
Yeah. And I said I will never fucking do that on a live. Sorry, I'm just
Yeah,
trying to mute my TV because I got us cross reading here.
all
There we
right,
go.
him kicking some knowledge.
I
Oh, no. What's going on today, buddy? What you been up to today? We talked a little bit, but we didn't talk a whole lot leading up to this. So what you been doing today?
Well, no, I've been keeping a respectful distance from all you Americans and your Thanksgiving celebration, which you guys finally brought to an end there recently. And I was barraged by continual well wishings from some of our subscribers, our mutual friends, wishing me a happy Thanksgiving. And I kept reminding them, I'm Canadian. It was in October. We're good. Yes,
Yep.
we eat turkey. Uh, but now it's Christmas and I'm getting ready for that. So I have actually crossed a ton of Christmas shopping off my list. What about you?
As far as what have I been doing, or how's my
Yes.
Christmas shopping going?
No, I know better than to ask you that.
Yeah, it's a good answer. Good answer. Uh, I got up about an hour and 20 minutes earlier than normal today to drive through an hour and 15 minutes worth of traffic that should take 40 minutes to set in a meeting um, that could have been an email or a Zoom call. So aside from that, being tired and whatever, yeah, it was okay. Not a bad day, just a meh kind of day. So
Eh,
December December goes by really slow for me, even though I'm busy at work, and I'm busy at work because I only work like half the month and a little over half the month. And I have to pull everything forward to try to get as much done as I can before I go on vacation around Christmas. So my last day for the year is the 23rd, and
and
so I'm trying to do a week's worth of work and pull it all forward. So it creeps by looking forward to being off work, even though I'm busy. I stay
so
worn out.
when you go on break on the 23rd, when do you look at going back to work? I guess I'm trying to understand what you guys see as a break.
Well, I mean, this is my main part of my vacation. I save the bulk of my PTO time for this specific time of year. So usually I'm off anywhere between 10 and 12 days. So this year it's 12. I go back January 5th, I think.
So those are
Um,
working days, not weekends included, right? Like
no, yeah,
Monday.
it's
Yeah.
bookends, the weekends in with it.
You have to understand in city life I only had part-time jobs and then I went right into the army, right? So we
Yeah,
deal with leave. So when somebody's telling
yeah.
me about what their workplace provides them for time off, I'm very interested because I'm like, oh, that's what that's like. Holy shit.
I I usually split mine up over the year because I don't ever take like a big vacation and go, whatever, Disney World, just whatever, for example. Um, so I usually split mine up and I'll book in holiday weekends. Like if we have Memorial Day on a Monday, I'll take Friday, and sometimes I'll take Tuesday and give myself like a mini 4 or 5 day vacation. But
Mhm.
my big one is I always take the week of between Christmas and New Year's off. So it falls on Thursday this year. So I'm gonna work the 23rd, be off Christmas Eve, and go back the first Monday in January. So
Gotcha.
looking forward to it. It's always plan a bunch of stuff, and the weather's too shitty to do any of it. So even the stuff
Uh,
I want to do in the house.
and I wonder what defines your shitty weather in Tennessee versus where I'm at sometimes, but I understand it doesn't matter. It's what you're adapted to. So
Yeah, it's just it got cold yesterday and today here, and
Mhm.
he had some snow last night. It's it's probably a varying definition. I imagine we would die in what you would call shitty weather. I'm sure.
Well, I mean, like Matthew Matson keeps pointing out, a lot of Canada is uninhabitable. To you,
Yeah,
um, when
yeah,
we
right,
we know how to live in shitty weather,
right.
but that doesn't mean we enjoy it. No one would. Mm.
It takes us when it gets here. It takes us a while to get used to it down here, because
Yeah.
it's so hot and miserable during the summer, and then we actually did get a pretty good fall this year. Sometimes it just goes off a cliff straight into winter, but we're never prepared for cold weather when it shows up. Like I think this morning it was 26 when I started my truck to go to that god awful meeting. Um, I'll go ahead and say what's up to the chat. I got a few people listening, so go ahead and
That's
say
fine.
hi to these folks before we get too far along. Let's see, we got Stanley Eberhard is here or was here earlier, maybe home near the end of the stream. Our home group switched to Wednesdays. I don't know what a home group is, but I hope you have fun with that, Stanley. If you go back and listen. Let's
Mhm.
see. Paul Morales is here. What's up, Paul?
Hi, Paul.
Graf is in the house. What's up, Graf? Happy Wednesday.
Oh, jeez.
Son of a
Comics.
Crayon Slayer. That's a lot of comics, man.
That's a lot of
Uh,
comics. This is how nerds get in shape.
yeah, just bench comics and trade paperbacks.
Oh yeah, they're all premium edition too. I'm not even trying to brag.
Let's see. Son of a Crown Slayer, Graf saying, happy belated Thanksgiving, Crow.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you,
Uh,
and happy belated Thanksgiving to you.
that's
It's like,
right. Yeah, Action Figure Addict is here. What's up, Kyle?
yeah. I
Frank
just reading
Dumont,
the
you?
scrolling banner at the bottom. Ask us a question. Tell us we look funny and why. Ask us to get a toy to show. Anything you guys want to talk about. You really wanted it clear. We had no
I
agenda for today.
wanted to make it real clear we did not have any firm topics to address before we got
Yes.
started today.
And then I invented one.
Yeah, then we come up with one or two, and it was
Yeah.
too late. That banner was already made. Already
Yes. I
made.
have an agenda tonight.
Frank Dumont, you is here. We got Jay Astro is here. What's up, Astro?
Want
We
to see a
got
magic trick? Oh, good. Right on the punk. Do it. Watch this, Darren. Darren, ready? Magic trick. Because I noticed you put cookies out.
oh, very
Keep going,
nice.
bud.
That's not one of those Circle of Jerks cookies, is it?
Fuck, I don't know.
We got
You're the one who put them
Lawrence,
out. They're
Lawrence
your
of Uncle
cookies.
Toys. What's up, man? That's what we're going to talk about. We're going to share cookie recipes tonight.
Oh,
Graf saying boarded in bad comics, hardcore work out there. Careful not to pull a muscle, Crow. Hope you warmed up.
I'm glad somebody appreciates the work I put into these impromptu lives.
That's right. That's right. Thank you for reminding us, Lawrence. Hi, Ken. I'm going to make sure we say hi to Ken.
Yes, hi, Ken. You're not here, but when and if you ever look at this video, we said hi.
Ken will never see. Actually, I think he's been here once or twice. Ken's come in once or twice. So
I think
let's see. So what else you got going on? You got your comics sitting there.
I did. Hang on. I'm going to turn off the camera and I'm going to grab some stuff. But yeah, keep
we
going.
can't see them when you turn the camera off.
Well, that's because I had to show my butt to the camera. And unlike my
Oh,
cats, I don't like showing you guys my A, right?
that's good because your cats certainly enjoy it.
They freaking love showing you guys the big butthole. And I'm not that guy. Thank me. Thank me in the applause.
Oh, wait. Let's see.
Okay.
Let me find it here. Hold on. Let me find it. Here we go.
This
Yeah.
is something I'm gonna have to tap for sound. No, I can.
Anyway, Matthew Matson's here. What's going on, Matthew? Speak his name. It shall appear.
Hmm. Oh, I'm gonna have another one of those possibly circle jerk cookies. Tasty.
Scrumptious. Scrumptious.
Hmm.
These cookies do not sound good.
A lot of ingredients in there. It's good
At
though.
least, at least four, sometimes five. So,
I don't know.
Viper Scout, what's up? So tell us about your comic stack you got sitting there, and we'll kind of run down what we're gonna maybe talk about doing tonight. Show us your comic.
You guys know I try to be as much a man of my word as I can. And I said, this is a bad time to be buying toys unless you really, really, really want it, right? And toys have gone up and everything like this. And now let's have real talk tonight. I'm gonna call the chat out the same way I call Darren out, the same way I call myself out. Some of us have a little bit of a problem saying no. Sometimes. Sometimes you'll buy that thing because you just can't stand to walk out of that store empty handed. You went in there knowing you were going to buy a fig that day and you left with one. It wasn't the one you wanted, but you left with one, right? If that sounds familiar, that's part of the real talk. So I've decided, what did I used to love? And I'm decorating my place, as you guys know. And I used to love comics. I still do, right? I realized the price I'm paying for figs is what I was ruling out as too much for certain comics that I had as a kid that I would love to have back in my collection. Like if a comic was over 20 bucks, I'd be like, it's not fucking worth it. It's not worth it anymore.
Yeah.
Right. But it is now because now I can get these things cheaper than I was getting the figs. Guys, I went out and I got back, and I say back, my issue of New Mutants #1 to put up on my comic wall. I went back and I got my issue #1 of X Factor to put up on my comic wall. And I went back and I got my issue #1 of Excalibur today. And for the price of all this, I could only buy one figure and maybe like a stand for it. That's it. You can take me up, except I wanted to show this. I only have the cover for this one. This was in my dad's collection.
What issue is that of Superman?
Number 199 when he
Oh,
raced the
okay.
Flash. It's just the
That's
cover.
cool.
But remember when you could do that on a live?
That's awesome. I like the just the cover. And
Yeah.
it looks like it's in pretty good shape too.
No, it's in terrible shape. That's why I just keep it for the art. But that's
The,
what I was
the magic
saying
of
is,
video.
yeah, but going out and just going through some old comics rather than just buying Marvel figs because Marvel figs are out,
Yeah.
things like that. So
Got a few more people joined us. Say what is up to HK Viper is here. What up?
what's going on?
Got
What do you
Tony's Figs.
when you're done that, you'll have to do the same I did and tell me what you've been up to the last couple of weeks. Because he's right. We haven't been talking a whole lot.
That's right. Sabir Del Norte is here. What's up, Sabir? Thought about Tony. Been thinking about Tony the last few days, actually.
Oh,
Not Yeah, because I've been using these markers that Tony showed us showed us here. I don't know, was it last year? These markers that he found on Amazon, and he's actually used them to paint a few figures. So I actually broke those out and been using those a little bit the last couple of days. And I was like, Tony told us about these markers.
now you showed me a picture of that dumpster. Is that what you were using on that dumpster?
Yeah, I'm using the markers on the dumpster. I got a 3D printed 1/12 dumpster at Titan's Toy Expo. Diabolic Studios, the guys that have the badass castle Kickstarter. He has some 3D printed stuff there, and I'd been looking for a dumpster, and I bought one. They were like $10, and you can't beat that. So I'm been kind of graffitiing it up, and actually after I left that show, I text Jay at Yojo Depot was set up right beside him, and I was like, grab me another one of those dumpsters. So I'll have like a graffiti one and then a clean one. I just hadn't got the clean one from him yet.
Okay.
So that's one of the things I've been working on was just kind of trying my
Yeah,
hand
see,
at.
you and Tony have to send me the link to those markers. I would love to get a set of those because yeah, I'm trying to do graffiti walls as well, and it's just it sucks with a paintbrush. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's the picture you sent me, the Wolverine.
yeah.
Snickety,
So
snickety.
just been kind of messing around with it, and I painted the other side with Necronominus from Mythic Legions. I couldn't have it be all Joe stuff on it, so I've
Yeah,
just been kind of
that
messing
looks really
around with
cool.
that.
Show that again. Give yourself full screen. Show me that Necronominus.
Uh,
Maybe
mm,
it's the light that hit it. It kind of looked like you had airbrushed a fade in there, but it's the lighting that really
yeah, it's
worked
the
out.
light.
Yeah. No, it still
Let me see.
looks really cool. I like that.
And
That's
then
come a
I
long way. I love
went
that
back.
dumpster, man. That that's the one you got at the con there that you went to.
Yeah, and then for scale, so here's sci-fi next to it, so
And how
it's
much was that?
$10.
Jeez, yes. I hope I see those at Joe Fest.
It's got
Those are awesome.
got the metal little hinges and everything. So
That's
I
pretty
looked at
cool.
it and was like, "Yep, I can definitely take a figure apart and fit it in there." So
Oh yeah.
I went ahead
Yeah. You can
and
take the
projects.
take the White Queen apart because everybody likes to put the red head swap on there now. That's people have been doing it, and just take the White Queen apart and leave her in the dumpster.
I've seen a bunch of pictures of that lately.
Oh,
People
that's too
doing that.
dark. Why are we bringing that up? That's dark. We're not that, are
It's
we?
just the way it goes
I guess
sometimes.
so. We'll get dark.
Let's see. Let's check out some of these comments. Matthew says he used them the other day. I was trying to remember who all got some. I know I did, you did, and the Lawrence did. I think a bunch of people. Tony sold a lot of those markers for people.
Yeah, somebody hit me up with that link then. Somebody who has me on Insta or Messenger. Do
Let's
rather
see.
solid.
I bought
Hot Wheels.
I'm guessing lot Hot Wheels Transformers collabs for a buddy. Already ordered them. Almost kept them. 30 each is too much for something I don't have a nostalgic connection to. I saw those, the Bone Shaker and I don't remember what the other Hot Wheel is. I saw those like right when they come out, the day they shipped. I wasn't down there at Yojo Depot. He was like, "Oh, check these out," and I had
So
never seen them. I forgot about them.
I did a stint collecting the Hot Wheels and I was going after the I wanted to get some of the red line, which is their really high end ones that come in the box and everything like
Oh
that.
yeah,
But I think the highest I ever got was just some of their premiums where they were like double digits for a Hot Wheel car, and you're like, come on, it's a Hot Wheel car, but the detailing and the way they assemble them, I was really into the like the Mitsubishi tuners and the old Datsuns and whatnot. So
mm-hmm.
getting those were great, but yeah, it's hard to connect to Hot Wheels after a while. After a while, whatever connection you started with starts to fade real
Yeah,
fast. Yeah.
yeah. Um, Twin Mills, the other one. Astro
Okay.
says he just got it. So
I have a
um,
few treasure hunts over there and everything like that.
I did my time as a Hot Wheel collector. Luckily, that just got to be too much of a damn hassle. And um,
I I think it should be mandatory if you're going to collect toys in general, and I'm leaving comics and music outside of this, just toys. You should do a full year stint of trying to be the most current Hot Wheels collector you can be, just to build up your resilience, your thick skin, and deal with assholes.
and
And
your
and let
stamina.
Walmart know, yeah, let Walmart know who you are.
Oh, after about the first 2 weeks, they'll know who you are.
Yeah. Then try telling them you switched to Joe. They'll treat you no differently, but
So funny that you say that. So the one Walmart I talk about that's in my area that I go through that actually carries Joe's.
Mhm.
Well, I guess there's two, I guess. Um, and so the main one, the other one is the one that has the big display. So the lady that I guess she's the manager of toys. I had gone in one time and she saw me in there before, but I finally talked to her because I didn't want to bother her. And I was looking for, it might have been when I was looking for Ghost Viper, even though that store didn't have the display. And I said hi. I was wondering if you could check, see if you guys have this or tell me if you're getting it. And immediately she thought it was Hot Wheels, and I was like, oh no, I'm not Hot Wheels, just GI Joe. Might maybe Marvel Legends, but you'll mostly see me in here looking at GI Joe stuff. And she's like, oh,
Yeah.
so she checked, but they didn't have it, whatever. So I saw her a few weeks later when I was in there, and I was like, hi, she's like, hi. She's like, you're the GI Joe guy. She goes, GI Joe, that's right. So now she remembers me as not a pain in the ass Hot Wheel collector.
Yeah, I don't want to spend too much time talking about Hot Wheel collectors because it's not this market. But I saw the Batmobiles comment, and yes, Hot Wheels every wave they have a different Batmobile, and I thought that would come to an end. No, it's ongoing for forever. There will always be Batmobiles. I have not found a Sky Striker in my area, and that's the only reason I've been looking at Hot Wheels again was to be like, where the hell? He-Man, Star Wars, Marvel. No G.I. Joe Sky Striker. It's the irony of it. So
I looked
they're tr-
all over for that Sky Striker and for like 6 weeks, and I finally found it, and I was just like,
yeah.
nah, I didn't buy it. I
I'll tell you
finally
what I
found
did.
it.
What I did pick up today, I forgot to mention because it's a future project on the channel. You know how we plug that. Future
That's right.
projects. I went to Michael's and I picked up a good front door so I don't have to make my own and a really good window. And if you guys are like, I'm thinking about guys like Evil Dookie who just built his big hawk's nest. Do check that
Mhm.
out on his channel. Like this stuff is like $4, right? Add this to a piece of foam, pick up some hobby habits from Legend series and plug away at it. Free backgrounds, man. Like $10 backgrounds.
I've
So
actually got a couple of those that I bought last year at Hobby Lobby. A couple doors and windows, and I've never used them for anything. But I don't do quite as much of that stuff as some other people do. But it's a great idea because all you got to do is paint them and then just stick them in
yeah,
there.
yeah, and I mean, I kept forgetting every week. When you walk into Michael's, they got this stupid QR code that you should be scanning with your phone. It's not like the Hasbro QR code. This one actually has a coupon, and you get like 40% off. So I'm literally like every week I'm gonna go pick up a new window for this project because it's like $2 for a window. But yes, it's nice to see QR codes doing nice things, isn't it?
You don't wind up with a bunch of mismatched windows and looking like a contractor that built his own house because he's
Yeah,
using all of the extras and one-offs. I've seen more than a
yeah.
few of those in my
No.
time. So,
Yeah,
um,
decorated by the blind. Daredevil's house.
yeah. Oh man, I was just thinking of the room in Wednesday. Like half of it is her roommates and it's all bright and shit, and then over here it's all dark and gloomy.
I've
Um,
never watched Wednesday just because I'd feel creepy about it.
yeah, I never did get to see season two because I briefly had Netflix and don't have it anymore. But season one was really good. I liked Wednesday. I thought it was
Yeah,
really
no,
good.
that's fair.
So let's see. So we do have a couple light topics that we come up with to talk about tonight. We're gonna real talk with Krusty Old Crow and 3 Star Mom.
Yeah.
I got some fun stuff too, though.
Okay,
Yeah,
well, let's kick into fun stuff and then we'll get into some real talk. It's about some
mhm,
real stuff.
real stuff. So,
I have some fun
uh,
stuff too, I think. Didn't I write down a fun thing? Or is it just no? I'm sorry, it wasn't fun. It was stupid. I wrote stupid stuff down. So we can have fun and stupid stuff on top of real talk.
a lot of times our fun is kind of stupid, but that's what we do here.
Shh, don't tell them.
So I was going to show. So this was obviously our our thumbnail for tonight that I made, and I was going to show a couple different versions that I started with. Um, because what I typed in. So here's just the picture, not cropped down without anything on it. So when I started out, I wanted I typed in I need an anthropomorphic crow in a Santa costume as an unhappy mall Santa, and go back. There we
Oh
go.
my God.
And this is what it gave me.
Oh, I love that.
I'll send it. I'll send it to you. Oh, I I wanted to use this one, but with the sign there and then the people in the background, it was a little busy. So I figured I'd send you this one if you wanted it.
I
But
love how he's got claws on like where his feathers should be for his wings. Like, he's half lizard. It's awesome. Thank you, AI.
that's right. Oh man, I absolutely love using Gemini for shit like this. And I'm like, and this is perfect. 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. maybe.
Maybe. What bothers me is I will never see a helmet or a mask for a crow as good as what we've seen on AI because I would love to get a crow helmet to wear to Joe Fest
That'd be
just to be that
great.
goof. Yeah.
That'd be
It
like
would look
another
like
guy I know that wears a beaver costume.
that.
Has anybody gotten anything from Rosscon lately? Because evidently Rosscon 25 down here, I've not experienced it, but so these next are a couple pictures that I pulled from Facebook today. So credit to whoever's pictures these are because I just stole them, but they're in the pit Facebook group. So there's a lot of stuff showing up at Ross right now. These retro card Cobra Commanders, $8.99 for
God damn.
my figure of the year last year. He's down. He's relegated to $8.99 now at Ross.
Yeah, we can pick it up wherever we go here too. So, I mean, just meant they made sufficient numbers to troop build them. um,
Yeah, and that's what this dude did here. He
mhm.
just stuck another head on it, and um, so we got that one, and then Marauder
Frag.
Sarge is showing up
For
for
how
10
much?
bucks. 10 bucks.
Oh, let's not talk. Let's not tell them that.
Um, let's see what was the other one. So this is the one that interests me. Is 8.99. We got the eel, the snow serpent, and beachhead.
All right.
I I still don't have the eel and the snow serpent,
So,
so I will be checking Ross.
yes, I think everybody's about to go checking Ross because the Arctic Hiss, right? If you didn't, if you wanted to get the Arctic Hiss, you can see yourself easily taking advantage of a sale like this quickly, regardless of what your original thoughts on the figure itself were. Like, troop builders are who they are, right?
Yep,
You know who you are.
that's right. I have two snow serpents, so and that's why I never wanted to get this one. I have two snow serpents, two
Mhm.
eels, and I did not buy either one of the retro cards because this was where my line in the sand with retro cards started was with those two figures. Underproduce them and then justify this. So I never actually got these two, but for $8.99, I pick them up.
Yeah, I mean, like for bit of history, like most people probably already remember, the Snow Serpent originally was this big deluxe pack, and it wasn't like it was the easiest thing to acquire at the time. So, hi, Mac. Hey, dude. But so I mean, I
Mhm.
totally understood them doing the retro. I just didn't necessarily like it. I had two of the other, and very thankful I had them. But I didn't like the loadout for that guy. But same story for the eel out here. Trying to find an eel in the wild was impossible for after a week, it was gone. So I
Uh,
understood these. I whatever that. I'm glad they were out there, but it's a sad state of affairs when they put out troop builders and they hit that kind of place, right? Like,
well, I don't know. I think for these, I think I don't think this is a bad thing because given the situation with what I just said with them
mhm.
underproducing the main line and then they put them out and they overproduced them. So I guess if you're gonna do it, do it that way, and then people that want extras or whatever, if they wind up going to discount, look, it's never good when any of this stuff winds up at a discount store. Not good for the brand, but as far as army building, I mean, if like bats showed up here, I mean, you can't hardly pass this up to at this price, if you see them.
Yeah, I mean, I can't not agree. I just think they overproduced these by a wide enough margin that they'll take note of it, and then next year they'll put troop builders on retro cards, and you'll go, "Where did they all go? They're all gone." You know?
Yeah, like all disappeared. And Graph saying, "Do not show my wallet these pictures, or it'll strangle me." I know this shows up right here at Christmas, right? These deals on these troop builders showing up right here at Christmas.
Yeah. And
So we're gonna be
good news,
shopping for
Canada, we
ourselves.
don't have this store.
um, Now I don't know. Normally I
Hey,
would say
Tar.
the Rosses near me will never get anything like this, but I did find the sniper. Um, they had two last time I went in looking. They had two of the Marine sniper for was it 16.99, 15.99 there. So,
Yeah.
what's up, Turk?
Hey, Turk, stick around, buds. We're gonna be chatting up a storm.
That's right. I got. Let's see. I think those were the all of the Rosscon related pictures that I had. I got a couple other things.
Anything
If
from
you want,
Brazil?
I do have something from Brazil.
Hey,
Um,
Chihuahua. Let's see it.
let's see here. Got them
For
all,
those,
everything out of order.
if people aren't tracking, there's a con going on in Brazil right now. A Joe con.
Well, it's not just a Joe con. It's a,
Not
I don't
just a
know
Joe.
what kind of con, but um, so BMAC shared this today. I saw this. I saw this on the Pit Facebook group. So I sense something in the air tomorrow, and then with all the subtlety of everything they did for the snowcat, we got a snowflake and a snake.
Yeah.
So pretty much, I guess, means that the Arctic hiss is probably going to go up tomorrow or first of next week.
Yeah. And when you told me about that, we weren't looking at the screen. We talked on Messenger. You didn't tell me there was a snowflake and a snake on there. What did you?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I didn't weigh that in my head properly. I had
I
said
also
this
sent
also.
you the picture.
Yeah, I didn't look until just now. Been busy. Been busy. Hey, I don't check these slides. The steel
Yeah,
bugs guy.
I don't look
No,
at the slides before the show. What's
I
up,
think
Woody?
there's even an outlier's chance, like an outlier's chance. That's also a nod to possibly name dropping an airtight fig at some point. You know, like could do two things, but clearly it's about the his tank.
What if we're finally getting another celebrity themed Joe and it's fucking
It's
Phil Collins?
fucking Phil Collins, yeah. I mean,
We're gonna steal all of Lawrence's stuff tonight.
yes. With
So
respect.
that's
That's
right.
important. You have to say with respect. We're stealing your shit.
With respect.
Yeah.
Let's see. DMAX saying because once they sold out, they were gone. But Stalker and Cobra Commander you could find everywhere. Stalker and that Cobra Commander are still in the two Walmarts I go to that carry Joe's.
Mm-hmm.
Got Joe Arra 42's in the house. What's going on, Joe and Mr. Mad Gus? What's up? And yes, for me, the new troop stuff that's killing me with the adjusted prices, brother, all of it is killing me with the adjusted prices. Uh,
Yep.
Crow, you talked about the Marvel Legends. Not just wanting to walk out with a random Marvel Legend just to get something.
Mm-hmm.
In what world are these this new carded wave of Marvel Legends? And you've got all of them. $30 US is what Amazon's asking for that wave. What
I just
world is that feasible?
that's Amazonia. the world of Amazonia, and they are clearly a heavier gravity of price. So I wouldn't buy them from there. They're not worth that.
So I don't know if that's the new MSRP retail form or if that's Amazon surge pricing.
I can't see that being justified. They should be on the exact same price scale as pretty much what you're looking at classified, if not less, because you're talking about weights of plastic. And in the
I,
end, tooling weights of plastic.
I
Right?
think they I think they have I think that's surge pricing because I'm looking at them on Hasbro and they are $27.99. So
Yeah,
that's Amazon's bullshit surge pricing.
that's that bullshit. Yeah.
That's that bullshit.
Yes, clearly. Because I'm doing the translation in Canadian and I know what everything is in Canadian to go, yeah, that's not fair at all.
Yeah, you've already got that. You already got that whole wave. So the
Yeah,
World War II Wolverine and all those guys. Stu for
Mhm.
lunch in the house. What's up, Stu? Joe says, purveyor of unpopular opinions. I don't really need it, want it, or have the space for it. The Arctic hiss, right?
Nope, I am right beside you. It's part of that whole listen, line in the sand time. I have a HasLab hiss already. Tough
Yeah.
call. I'd love to have an Arctic hiss if it was something that was practical for space and I had absorbent amount of money, but I don't, so I won't get it. Simple.
What's up, Wraith Mace?
What's
What's
going
going
on,
on,
buddy?
man? Let's see. Let me close those windows. And so I've got this the page for this con thing pulled up. As soon as I find where it is, I got so many damn tabs open. So here it is. So it is CCXP 25, and it is in San Paulo, Brazil. Brazil.
Okay.
And this is like a mixed media kind of thing.
Hmm.
Like it's not just toys, it's got artists and like the cast for the boys, the welcome to dairy, like just all kind of different stuff. So there's the
So,
boys people.
so it's just a Brazil Comic Con, basically.
That's what it looks like, a little bit of everything, and just happens to have a bunch of toy manufacturers here. So participating brands. So I just thought I'd pull this up and we look at all the different stuff that is supporting or going to be at this show. I mean,
Hmm.
there's some pretty big names there, as
Hmm.
far as the different things, and a bunch I've never heard of. Wow, Funko's going to a con. Check that out.
Maybe their last, who knows?
Yeah, they just shipped everything over
Yeah.
there. So
And
there's
there's their
Hasbro.
boys. Yeah.
So a lot of big names, NBA. So
Yeah, a lot
I
of
don't know.
sports presence because Panini's in there as well. So yeah. Hmm.
The pastry, the
No,
sandwich.
Panini with card company.
Oh, I
No,
told you
not the
it's fat.
sandwich.
So
I'm pretty
that's
sure that's the card company I'm thinking of. Yes,
okay.
they're one of Upper Deck's subsidiaries.
So let's see. Let's go to photographs and photos and autographs and kind of look through some of who's going to be there. Jim Beaver. Hey,
Right. So you want to know what I want this to be a platform for? Because it doesn't make sense. Why would you go to Brazil to talk about an Arctic vehicle, right? But you're going to. We know you're going to. But imagine if my little theories were ever come to roost, and this is where they announced you're getting a Mission Team Brazil subline in Joe, right? Like a 5 pack
that
or a 4 pack, or just a dedicated wave like a Tiger Force was.
man, that would be awesome. And
That'd be
that's a
dope as
perfect,
fuck.
I mean, that's a perfect launching port for them.
Hmm.
I'm trying to pull up Special Missions Brazil, and it's pulling up everything but
Well, it
something.
was who was it? Yeah, because I'm trying to think of who all was in it. It was the Leatherneck. They had a new character. I can't name them off the top of my head. I'd have to look at the picture and go, oh yeah. But I thought Airtight
Wet
was involved in that too.
no airtight.
No, no
Wetsuit,
Airtight.
dial tone,
Wetsuit, yes.
mainframe, and Leatherneck and
That sounds
Claymore,
right.
Lieutenant Claymore.
Claymore, that's the name I couldn't think of. All the others I would have been like, yes, okay, clearly that's what I was trying. So all of them are pretty much out there already. So it's just kind of
Yeah,
like,
and
you
Claymore is
could.
a big Claymore is a big kit bash really of other stuff. So
Well,
he's mostly footloose.
just throw them in a random newly developed ATV or bike or whatever, VAP, right? And just give us the set over a wave and a half or two, right? But I just, that's if I ran Hasbro. But guys, I don't get to run Hasbro.
So I think that would be awesome. What if they give us a like a USB or a little SD card or something that's got a new new special mission Brazil?
I'm just picturing you have a 3-day window where that QR code will give you this, and then it won't.
Then it just takes you back to the home page.
Yeah, you had 3 days to listen.
Would not put that past them a bit. Shane is here, same time toys. What's going on, Shane?
Oh, Shane.
So so I know like this is like my cousin's number one most wanted thing anytime we do a what do you want to see list. Like this is the top of his list. He had this set. I never had it. So
Me neither. That's
like
why
really
I want it.
nostalgic. It's Toys R Us exclusive. But this wetsuit is like one of the best looking figures they did in Real American Hero.
Well, and I would see that in a classified variant, and I would be like, okay, now bring us V2 Shipwreck. Like, give us a dive team of dark tone divers, like divers are, and maybe I can forgive what you did with a yellow diver. Like just give us the divers. Something cool.
Mustard diver.
Yeah, no more piss yellow divers, please.
Viper Scout reminding everybody that Skidmark needs to join Special Mission Brazil.
And perhaps, like then this is what I mean. Like Tiger Force can only go so far before they're dipping into the post or properties, like and pulling guys out of everywhere, right?
Yeah,
Or you could do something like this and get some real response out of people and be innovative and new, which we know Classified likes to do that. They like to put their spin on something, and this is the perfect platform to do it.
I think so. I think so too. I think it'd be perfect. Say what's
Imagine
up.
if it came with the pack rat. You got a pack rat on
Yeah,
the box, don't you? Like just throw a pack rat in there too.
the LCV. We don't want the
No,
LCV
no. Oh
at,
God, no.
in
Sorry.
any form. We
No,
got
we do not want that.
Evil Dookie joining us,
What's going on, brother?
and Carlos Salinas. Carlos has been pushing these pretty hard, and this would be a great place to do it. The South American figures, because there were Brazilian figures. We got a bunch of Brazilian figures in the line that come out over there.
That's
Argentina.
yeah.
So
That's where we
uh,
got Glenda, right? The arrow
yeah,
says she's from the
the
southern.
Argentina. Yep.
Yeah, and then we also got Tiger Force Outback. That variation is it's either Argentina or Spain. Like it's not a US custom design. It's one of them.
Um, I Viper Scout or Matthew will know for sure, but yeah, it was that he
You
was
can look
not
it.
out over here.
Yeah. So I agree.
Yeah,
Yeah, this would be great to see one of theirs come out.
be a good way to I mean introduce it. What better way to introduce it than in Brazil? Did we know that they were going to Brazil? So we know where they're going to. Was the one in Italy is what in Milan? Is that right?
I
When
don't
is
know.
that one?
I'm not that channel. I'm
Yeah,
just not that guy. Really don't
um,
know.
yeah. I didn't. I mean, they had announced the Italian one, but I didn't even know they were going to the Brazil thing. So
hmm it's Just a reminder, eh? It's not always just the guys that are speaking the English chats that are talking about jokes.
That's
Right?
right.
It's got whole other markets we don't even listen to.
Not just us. So we'll go back over here to the CCXP 25. Um, that dude would probably be cool to talk to. Are you watching that?
No,
Welcome
I
to
don't have
Derry.
that. I don't.
Oh,
I don't have
HBO.
HBO. No, I don't. I'll
He's that
check it
guy.
out at some point, but it'll be much later down here.
That guy's pretty much the best part of the whole show. It's the guy that plays Dick Halloran.
Oh, okay. I have
um,
no context, so chat might very well be appreciative of what you're talking about. I'm just drawing a blank.
it's Matthew's favorite show on television right now. Actually, he loves it. It's his
Yeah.
favorite. Go back to the let's go back to this little picture here. So this what us got us talking about it is sometime tomorrow. The time I didn't see. I thought I saw 4 o'clock, but I don't know
Mhm.
which 4 o'clock that is. So expect something tomorrow. Going to be going around. I don't know if this will go up for pre-order tomorrow. They usually do it. Well, no, they do. They do Thursdays, don't they? Thursdays is their usual day. So
I don't know.
I had to
I
think.
mean,
I had to think about it.
they're dropping that, and it's a pretty on the nose hint, and it's got to have a quick follow through, as I see it. So I think tomorrow you're probably going to see the window open for the made to order Arctic Hiss, and they'll keep that open for as long as it was scheduled for. I'm just curious how many people in the chat actually plan on ordering this.
That was my next question. I was going to ask who's down for the Arctic Hiss. I think it sounds awesome. I
Mhm.
myself probably not
Yeah,
though.
I want that canopy for the hiss that I have because my technical canopy broke on mine. So I'm using the old school one, but I'm not buying a whole other hiss just to swap apart. Hey, Ronnie.
What's
Adam's hip
going
hop that
on?
makes my favorite rapper is Kesha.
So Kesha is from where me and Pop Blender live, Ronnie.
So I like the James Vanderbeek way of saying her name, Ke dollar sign ha.
Yep, that goes back to my driving people crazy pronouncing things the way they're spelled.
Yep.
Um, so I tell you a quick funny story about Kesha. I had never heard of her. It was probably within the first maybe year of her being super famous.
Mhm.
Like everybody knew her. I had no idea who she was, and we were having an event like a fundraiser adoption thing at the animal shelter that I worked at when I did animal control, and she showed up and donated like 500 or $1,000 or something.
That's
And
cool.
I don't remember where I was at, but I wasn't like about a boot when it was when she was there. So I had to.
Sweetie.
um
That's how what you do
so
there.
dude that I worked with, this dude named Bradley. He come running in and he's like, dude, I just got my picture made with Kesha. And I was like, who? And he's like, Kesha. It's like, who is Kesha? And he's like, you don't know who Kesha is? I said, do I look like I would know who Kesha is? No, dude, who's Kesha? And he had to explain it to me. And then I
Yeah.
found out she's actually from Nashville,
Okay.
but I didn't meet her.
Hey, I think there was a time where I would have left anybody for Kesha. I had a massive man crush on Kesha.
Really?
Yeah, I was like, I will like her music more than I really do. Yes, it's working. I do like her music because she was attractive. That was it. That's all I found out. There was something about her voice that made her physically more attractive.
See, I feel that way about Shakira.
There you go. Hey, I gotta tell you guys because I don't know if Lawrence is still in the chat, but he'll appreciate this at all. Seeing as you told a story, I'm going to tell a quick one. I met Alice Cooper. when I was growing up in Kingston. And he went to the mall. In fact, he was doing a concert in Kingston, and him and his entourage were walking around the mall. He had to go to the bank, and they were escorting him. And this is back in the days when I was listening to punk rock music. Smells like mold. Oh, thanks for ruining that fantasy. Anyways, asshole. Uh, so my friends see him, and I'm like, just not a big Alice Cooper fan. And my friends are like, "That's Alice Cooper," and he's like, I said, okay, I'm gonna go find out. So I followed him into the bank, and he looked back at me, and I was probably standing about 5'1". And he's like, "Hey, little dude," and I'm like, "Hey, man, are you Alice Cooper?" He's like, "Yeah, man, you want an autograph?" I'm like, "No, I just wanted to know if you were Alice Cooper. Thanks." And I walked out of there, and like nobody was saying anything, including the people in the line of the bank. They were just like, I had no idea as a kid that was a diss, right? Like I was just like, yeah, I don't want your autograph. Fuck off. I just wanted to know who you were.
Alice Cooper probably tells people that story.
Probably that fucking obnoxious little punker.
Kid come up to me in a bank. What the hell? Somebody's gonna mug me. People saying one or two of the Arctic Hiss. Of course, Woody said five. Depends
Did he?
on. I kind of feel this way, Carlos. If the price is really good, we've talked and talked about what will the price on this thing be.
Mhm.
Since I guess we might as well theorize it one more time since it's probably going up tomorrow. I am going to say 169.99
That's
with
your call on.
no electronics.
I I'm not comfortable debating that because it's US price. And honestly, I think that's as close as it needs to be for everybody preparing for the hit. If you're ordering multiples, if you're preparing for that kind of a ballpark price, you're probably going to be ready, right? But
237.35 in the Canadian dollar. USA.
exactly, coming out possibly for pre-order on the 2 weeks before Christmas to adult collectors.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well,
Pass. You
they
know,
finally shipped everything that's supposed to come this year. That's supposed to be here this year. So they got to give us one more kick in the nuts before Christmas, right?
yeah, well, you don't have to take it. And a lot of us aren't, right? Like I said, if I didn't have a hiss already, thanks to you, my friend, and the arrangements you made and the efforts you put in, but if I didn't already have a hiss, I'd consider this, and I wouldn't blame anybody else for doing the same. But if you have a hiss, I'd just be like, hey, man, I respect that you were able to do this and afford this at this time of year. I think this is a terrible, terrible time for them to do this. A
Yeah,
month or two
for
ago, sure. Even
next month.
January, sure. But right now is like, well, even January, I think is missing the point, isn't it?
Yeah,
You're
yeah, a little
adult
bit.
collectors, and you're right, four and up on the box, and you're not considering either of those two things at all at
So
Christmas.
the perfect time to have done this is March going into April because everybody is doing their taxes here.
Yeah. End of the fiscal year. Sure. That's where people find some loose end change. And this is the other thing, right? And this goes in hand with the real talk, guys. And when I say I'm going to talk real about it, I'm going to talk real about it. Toy collecting will cause turmoil in your house if it's not managed properly. If you start spending a lot of money and you are connected to a spouse, they're probably kind of wishing you were spending that money on something else. So good on you if you're making that balance, but a lot of people can't. And Hasbro is just sitting there waving $200 or $169 in the guy's face right before Christmas. Tell me he won't be judged if he buys that.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Come on. Know your fucking market.
Had to throw this. Oh yeah, because they know that so well. Had to throw this back up from Stu. Did you Kesha her outside? And DMAX saying
Ooh.
Crow is a Kesha fan.
I like a
I did.
lot of different music, man. A
I didn't.
lot.
I didn't. I didn't Kesha her outside, but Bradley did. Todd C's here saying 169 is pre-tariff, right? So I
You have
that
to
I may
assume.
be. I may be that may be low. Shane saying $3.99. Like, yeah, they could keep so and it's a made to order, right? So it'll be up for is it 30 days on the
That's
made to
just it.
orders? So
The entire season is bad, right? Because what are you doing in January? You're paying the bills you racked up in December and November,
yeah.
right? So I question who is at the board meetings when they go, okay, this is our release date. This is when we're looking at this window, and nobody is speaking up, going, that's going to irritate some people. That might affect sales. Clearly it's not loud enough voice that it's considered. So
Yeah. Shane makes a good point though. It's you don't have to pay for it right away. So, but yeah, don't they charge for those when it ends though? When the
they
window
do.
ends? Yeah, on the
When the
made to order.
yeah.
I haven't done
So
one. So you're still looking at first week of January,
right
second
when
week.
your MasterCard is going to say, okay, well, if you miss this payment, we'll just charge you whatever interest on your credit card is charging at that point for your Christmas bills. Or however
Yep.
people, you have to account for a lot of different financial people, like people in different financial circumstances. Like we're all types here, right? But as a company, I'm like sitting there going, that's just downright insulting. Like, is this, so you don't have to lay the guys off in 2 weeks because you're doing that every year too.
Yeah, they hadn't announced their Christmas layoffs yet. That should be
Yeah.
coming in next week. So
Spouses are stupid.
it's up to War Chest full of toys, and he is saying, perfect times when I get my money from my hoes on Valentine's. That's when you shake down those girls for toy money. Uh,
It's funny. I had a
oh
buddy over
man.
here come and visit me just the other day who ended up crashing on my couch because he had too much to drink. And I remember when I joined the army, he moved to Sarnia, which is right across from Detroit, and he became a strip club DJ. And I hated my life and I wanted his life so bad. And we had an epic weekend on like just strip club paradise. Crow got treated well, right? And
That's
so we were
great.
reminiscing about that the other night, like the good old days, and just before spouses, before everything,
Yeah.
right?
That's awesome. That would be a
Mm.
pretty good gig, I would imagine. So,
Yeah,
most
yeah,
nights anyway.
yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Viper Scout and Carlos both saying you don't pay for it till it ships, not when it ends. So you won't be charged. So maybe that's a plus because
Okay.
it'll be
Okay.
we'll be looking at what's the turnaround on those made to orders, like close to a year.
Maybe.
I haven't done one, so I don't know. What Dragon Man was what, like 8, 10 months, something like that.
Let's put it this way. I know what I said, and I know some of it's full of holes, but I don't think the underlying point changes at all. I don't think Hasbro considers their market at certain times of year at all, or what your economics is. I think their waves are often a reflection of that, right? The way that they
Yeah.
come at just and they can blame whatever they want, but I just don't think we factor in because I've never seen it. And I've only been collecting Joe since what, 2022, 2023, somewhere in there. So
Hmm.
only a couple of years, but it's been very clear the last few years. No one's at the wheel when it comes
No.
to considering your wallet, right? They just know you, they want you to use it. So
And Matthew saying they had spring, summer, and fall layoffs. No one was talking about the fall layoffs, but there will certainly be Christmas layoffs. They've done it the last 2 years.
yeah.
Um, War Chest, I was a DJ and an owner, was in the business for over 20 years before I started my whiskey houses. And he's
I wish I
talking
had
about
known that.
the scrippers.
Yeah, I know. And I wish I had known him a long, 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 long time ago because he would have been part of my retirement plan. I would have been like, I'm just going to go hang out with Warchest.
Yeah.
He's got my life that I like. Except I don't
Viper.
have whiskey anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Viper Scout saying someone saying it should ship with the snowcat. So that would be ideal because you've already paid for the snowcat. Um,
I'm just picturing the wife screaming when the second large box shows in 2 days.
you show up on the same day.
Eh.
your your FedEx person takes a shit on your porch.
Yeah. I only ordered three.
Yeah, damn it. Oh, let's see. Crayon Slayer saying, why hadn't the snake armor and claws come back in stock? I think those are probably done for. They might have a couple of random ones once in a while.
Yeah, they're like the ferret. Like, you had no
Yeah.
idea it was not going to be there, but it's not there.
No. I'm gonna I'm
uh,
gonna I'm gonna cut my camera off real quick. I still have the audio on, but I gotta grab something to show real quick.
yeah, okay,
Uh,
sure.
so
You want me to
uh,
show what I'm showing? I'll show it.
sure,
Okay, give me
sure.
the full
Show
screen.
show it all.
Give
Show
me
it all.
all of that screen. Put me in the huge whole screen for once. Why don't you ever do this? I always want it. Um,
That's what
no,
she said.
I haven't done a review on it, guys. I've been busy with Christmas shopping, but so far in Ottawa, the only member of this wave that I've seen is this amazing buck with a shitty weapon. Um, I do like this character. I didn't think I was going to, but I like him so much more without that and with virtually anything else but that. Like, and this guy looked really good next to guys like Crocmaster or Copperhead. I was like, oh, you found a hole on the shelf and it's next to them. But what's that say? I told Pop I should start a channel just and save the strip club stories for members only. And I would say you would probably find a market here for that. There's a market for all things here. And I might
Just
join
about.
that market. You can take me off full screen now. I have shown this Grim Viper with a pokey knife. Pokey
All
knife.
right. So let me prepare
Oh, you're still off the
prepare
camera.
my yeah, let me prepare
Okay.
my thing here that I want to show because it's rather large. So wanted
Oh
to
my God.
send it. Yes, I think you're gonna get a surprise when I come back on.
We were just talking
Wanted
about strippers, Darren. Not no demos required.
want to give a shout out to War Chest Full of Toys for picking this up for me at Codename Iowa.
Oh,
This
cool.
picture of scrap iron that he picked up and sent to me. So this is
Damn.
how this is how big this thing is.
Is that a plastic sheet or is that a laminate? It sounds
It's
thick.
on yeah it's on like poster board.
That's wild, man. War chest, good grab. You know how much he likes scrap iron.
Yeah, there's kind of a story. So let me put it back in the sheath here.
Mhm.
Take me off a full screen also. I have he shipped this thing in this cardboard like well protected cardboard box that he like put together and shipped this flat.
He shipped it flat.
Yep.
Oh, the postman's probably just be like, God damn it. I love it when they do this. That's got to be the easiest thing in the world to pack in the truck.
Yeah, he packed it up with bubble wrap and put a box together for it. So when I
Still, it's got to
watched
be costly though, because they measure it, right? Like that's got to
yeah,
be costly. Good on you, War
um
Chest.
when I watched Punk's walkthrough video for Codename Iowa, and if you notice in the hall, they had all of these pictures, these like this of Joe's, and I didn't
I
realize
did.
they were that big. And I texted him, I was like, dude, how much is that scrap iron? Because I thought they were originals, and I didn't realize they were selling prints. And he finally let me know, and they weren't bad. And he's like, you want me to get one for you? And it's like, no, well, they'll probably be at another show because I was thinking about getting it from him, right? And
Hmm.
because transporting it, and I'm like, nah. Like I appreciate the offer. Well, apparently he talked to War Chest about it, and War Chest went and bought it. And I get a picture from Punk of War Chest holding this thing up, going with this giant grin on his face. And I'm like, oh, see, they're just fucking with me. War Chest bought it.
See,
So, but he
okay.
bought it for me.
I like that story, and I'm not trying to fast forward to something, but it's relevant to a conversation that was held the other night about Why would anyone rig a contest to give toys to their friends? They don't need an excuse. They just do it. You know what I mean? Like, this is what I like about the community. With every now and then, you'll get somebody who's thinking about you that you never realize they're thinking about you. And War Chest, that was really cool that you sent them that. Like,
Yeah.
flat at that.
Yeah. I was surprised when I found out that that was for me. I'm like, oh, dude, that's awesome, and wouldn't let me pay him
Mhm.
back. I offered, so I appreciate
Well,
that. I got to find
have you
somewhere to
tried?
put it.
Have you tried sending a check with a stripper? I hear he's a little soft on the strippers. So.
Yeah, yeah. What he said, war chest. You should have put a metric ton of packing peanuts in there.
If
That
nobody,
would've-
okay, if you haven't received a package from Down South 77 or 3 Star Draw, um, guy, yes, packing peanuts. You have a contract with them, or do you make your own? Do you grow them?
I
Do you
do
grow those in your yard?
have a styrofoam peanut tree out back. They're pretty big in the South. They're everywhere.
Yeah. I was always amazed. I was like, where is he getting these? He must have like bags in his garage to have to put the peanuts in.
I do actually get them in 29 or 24 whatever gallon garbage bags when I get them.
The only reason I even made special note of it is you're the only person I see that does it. Like I don't even deal with businesses that do it anymore. So I was just kind of like, I didn't know they still made these
They're getting
fake
away from them.
Cheetos.
Everybody's going to the air pocket
Yes.
things. So
Yeah.
they are getting away from them. But as
Mm,
long as I can get them, I'm gonna send them.
yeah.
Oh,
Hmm.
let me just in big and something I didn't want to there. So let's see. Yeah, Crow's in cahoots with the rigging. Get the rope. Crow on the Punkle
Yeah.
Toys payroll.
That was such a I hate that word, rigging. Ugh.
Yeah. Um.
Gross. How dare you? It's gross.
So I will before we move along, I will quickly show you guys what I got, and it won't take very long. Which was this guy right here. Was
So what do you think of
got
them?
him? I'm with you. They come with some boring gear, but they do exactly what they're supposed to do.
Mm.
They hit the mark. I don't care what else they come with. They needed to come with this rifle. I don't care what else they come with, but yes, it was some boring choices. I don't know why the visor is like sets crooked on his face.
Oh.
Um, Mine
Yeah,
does.
yours
Like,
looks like it's almost kind of a little warped.
yeah,
But
and I
maybe that's
tried.
just the
I
angle.
No, it's not. I flipped
No,
it
eh?
over. I didn't try heating it and bend it, but
Mm.
yeah, it's kind of askew. So I threw him on the shelf, and he's like fighting for GI Joe and Black Power at the same time. So
I
kudos to
like
this guy.
I like that we're getting them around the same time as short fuse. So if guys really wanted a retro short fuse, they could really get that. But oh, I gotta see what
Yeah.
my cat's all pissy about. Give me a sec here. I'm gonna take
Uh
myself
oh.
off camera.
All right. Yeah, I have him actually standing over beside Hawk and Short Fuse and Steeler. So we
Mm.
went to Yojo Depot on Friday to check out the Black Friday stuff and just to go hang out. And Purple Elf picked this guy up for me and the retro bat that I'm not gonna open.
The retro. Oh, you bought just the one, eh?
Just the one, and they had two or three, and she's like, "Are you going to open this?" I said, "No, because if I open it, I have to get four more." And she actually looked through them and picked the one with the best cards since I wasn't going to open it. And
Yeah,
even
I
though
got
these cards don't get beat up really, but
I got two of them because I never got the first time they came out. I wasn't into classified when these were out, and I didn't hunt them down when I should have. So I was kind of glad these came out. I don't hate on these, but I'll wait for these to see if these ever go on a big clearance.
I do really like it. I mean, I don't much as I
Hmm.
love the bats. I don't want to have to buy five of these guys, man. That's not really the only thing that I army build. I don't need a bunch of these retro bats, so I
Mhm.
can have just one carded
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't argue that, because that's a kind of one that I can take in any way, shape, or form. I feel no pressure to troop build these things. I think the premise of them is a little silly, but cool
I
looking, but
I
silly.
I love me some bats.
Mm.
James Lucas, what's up, man? More chess says I should just send a huge bag of those nuts to everyone for fun. Woody loves them. Woody is trying to
No,
fill his basement with them.
I prefer them just coming from down south 77 because then I know in these box there's always these nuts, right? These are these nuts.
That's right. I try to
Yeah,
send a little bit of these nuts to everybody I know. Everybody I
yeah.
like gets these nuts.
Doesn't work for W's nuts.
That's right. Oh, let's see what else I've got over here. You got anything side stuff you want to talk about before we talk about our kind of main thing we come up with? I
Um,
got a couple other things.
I got something interesting. Hang on. I'll do this again really quick. I'll pull one more off the wall because guys aren't gonna believe this. I didn't.
Okay.
I remember
Well,
talking about this last, like freaking 2 months ago. So guys who go to GameStop, especially the Canadian guys, they'll recognize this right away. Why the hell would I frame this? Right? This was being given away from GameStop if you bought a Marvel Legends fig over a certain month, like a couple of months ago. The reason I framed this is I went to a comic shop and this thing is selling for 50 bucks Canada right now. So what, 40, 35 US. And I got this thing for damn free. So it's just kind of like, that's
yeah.
freaking neat. But yeah, it's just, you can take me out the full screen. But what I'm finding is it's really easy to go back and like the mini comics and everything. I'm trying to find a way to get little mini frames for them now. If I've got the actual comic, I can put it next to it. But
Yeah, I'm trying to. It probably wouldn't be too hard to make one. I would thought balsa wood
God,
and
no.
like,
Yeah. Michaels.
plexiglass or yeah,
Yeah.
something. I'm thinking that if you had to.
Yeah.
Uh, Lone Dragon says he has a Thanksgiving nut scented wax called Gobble Gobble These Nuts. I don't know
And
if I want
pumpkin.
my house smelling like that or not.
Yeah. Pumpkin spice and taint.
Tank spice. Oh, let's see. Let's see. We did got any new toys? What's shipping? So there's one. What's shipping? Who thinks we're gonna get the hit and run big lob wave this year? Do you guys think that's going to show up this year? Now, Adam got them. Shark Eyes has got them. B, I think, has all of them now. Those guys always get the stuff, from overseas, from where it's made first. But there's usually like anywhere from a 3 to 6 week lead time from when Adam sees it to when we see it. So it's possible somebody like Entertainment Earth got the sci-fi wave real early. You guys think we might see them before the end of the year? Just wondering what everybody thinks because it's so unpredictable.
I I still haven't even seen this wave right yet. I'm gonna go ahead and say here where I'm at. No, I'm not gonna see that. But I'd also say I'd be surprised if Hasbro would let it happen on this continent because they know what a commercial holiday Christmas is and impulse buying, last minutes, sales, things like that. I'd be like, nope, dump every last part of this wave we have out right now. Uh, Purge that goddamn thing and don't put out the next one until after Christmas.
Yeah, but that's what we think. What they're thinking is if we can get new stuff out and actually get it out, let's get it out before Christmas.
Possibly. I mean, I guess it really depends on if it's come out of the factory and if it's shipped to a port and is ready for dissemination yet, right? So if they're on that kind of a timeline, sure. But I have no faith that they are. And honestly, I'd be happier if they weren't.
I I I'm not gonna lie. I don't want them before the end of the year. I don't. None of the figures in that wave are that good from what I've seen. So I can wait. We got SCS Dog in the house saying aloha all, and James Lucas says Crow wants a Kesha scented candle.
Oh God,
Kesha
it's.
Kesha mold.
I know for a fact Gwyneth Paltrow's probably making one of those.
I do wanna see one of those candles and
You know what it smells
see,
like?
yes, I was trying to sound less creepy by saying see and not smell, but
Yeah.
okay, I want to smell the goop candle to see.
Yeah, no, the Kesha candle, you know what it's gonna smell like? Pumpkin
Mold.
spice and taint.
It's a
Same
crow
one.
tank.
Yeah.
Woody says Hasbro's going to charge his Christmas
Mm.
morning.
Yeah. Yep.
War
Dear
chest, thanks. We're
consumer,
going to see him.
it'll be on glittery, like some sort of glittery friggin'
Yeah,
stationery. They'll send you that too, like Merry Christmas.
yeah, bitch.
You think they'll ship a war chest? Huh?
Yeah, he does. Lone Dragon said, "I always hated Big Lob. Who'd have thought he'd be the only one I was excited about in that wave?" I've actually seen a couple similar comments from people.
He's one of the ones I just felt was kind of like a bad stereotype carried over from the 80s that of course classified has to do something with and they're going to do it. Doesn't look bad for me, but again, I don't need a basketball player on my shelf, but I'm going to have one. We'll see how I feel about it once I get it out of the box, I guess.
I'm not in
Yeah.
a super big hurry for anything in that wave, honestly. Even after seeing them, even Night Viper and Hit and Run. Carlos saying it could happen. They shipped the last wave over Thanksgiving, might help their quarterly earnings.
Good. Yeah.
And
Again, not in a boardroom setting, don't have a marketing course, but I'd be very interested in listening to those discussions.
I would
Yeah.
love to be in the some of the rooms where some of those decisions are made, because just so you could be in there going, you
Well,
know,
I mean, I don't like hearing things in an echo chamber, right? Like it's
yeah,
great for when you want to feel right all the time, but I would love to just be like, okay, show me all the other ways I'm wrong. Show me the pie charts that tell me what your quarter earnings are versus this. Like I may not understand it, but show it to me. Be transparent and show it to me. You know,
yeah. I wish
you'll never get that.
it would quell a lot of the rumors and speculation if they would just once in a while explain something.
It's intriguing because they were talking about a multi-billion-dollar company that has been taking my money hand over fist on a weekly basis with my thanks. That's not normal. I would love to
Yeah,
see how they're structured. I'd like to hear the conversations they have that are striking home. You know what I mean? Because some aren't being had and they're not striking home, like dummy weapons, which we talk about all the time. But
we thought they were gone, but they've made a comeback a little bit.
no, they're here for a reason. I'm never going to change my tone on that. Never. For and up, kids. For and up.
Yep. Um, Ronnie Trickshot saying, "You're right, Dazzle. That entire wave looked underwhelming when Adam cracked them open, and that's why I'm not in any big hurry to get those guys, because they all missed a little bit of the mark."
And that's the upside of having guys like you in down under continent, getting them earlier and showing them to us because it a lot of the times you're looking for a reason to manage your expectations with the figure, right? Like if I was waiting on Darren to review that, I would have a week to decide whether or not I actually wanted it. Now, the longer I mull over points on, say, Lifeline, the more I'm kind of like, yeah, if I can't find them, I'm not going to panic and order them and pay an absorbent amount of shipping or a tariff on them. Like,
Yeah,
just I'm okay with that, right?
yeah, I'm not gonna get in a hurry like that over anything that is a mainline release. So
Yeah.
I still haven't even pre-ordered any of that wave.
Mhm.
Um, Viper Scout saying they've done football, baseball, hockey, and lacrosse. Basketball makes sense. Who was
Yeah, yeah.
lacrosse?
And who is the hockey one again as well? I'm not disagreeing, Viper Scout, and I'm fully aware of that fact. We've talked about that a few times. It's just I'm biased with my perspectives on Joe's, what they should be versus what they are. It is what it is. What's that say?
Push out
You
the
read
next
that.
wave. They'll push out the next wave and drop pre-orders again around the time Valve drops Series 5 so they can fuck with the sales. That's exactly what they're doing. They know when a shit ships and lands. You mean 6? Because Series 6
Yeah,
is
I was gonna say
the
five
next one.
sounded weird, but
Yeah.
I got the point he's making.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6. I don't maybe. I don't know. I don't really think they see them as much of a threat as they probably should.
Yeah. In the end, I'm I am just a man buying toys. It's not my job to be crystal ball, right? So I although it's fun.
Let's
It's
see. Beachhead made it to Rosscon for $8. I can risk gambling on Big Lob Wave to be there. It very, very well could be.
yeah,
Frag Viper, yeah. Lacrosse. Yeah, High Lie.
the
Triple
highlight, yeah.
D's Toy Dungeon. What's up, Dave?
I mean, going back to that comment, I mean, like beachhead at Rosscon and things like this, you are every year you're gonna hear people saying how they're leaving the line because they've no longer made the figures that they like anymore, or
Yeah,
that was drawing them into the line. I think we're gonna hit that point every year with a certain part of this market, but they're bringing in other parts to the market, right? Like new guys are joining the line as they go too. So
yeah.
yeah.
Let's see. My comments. So I think. See, I know what something I wanted to ask you about. If you saw, share this tab right here.
Right, huh? That must say, oh,
Right, huh? So, did you see this thing?
what the fuck am I looking at? Oh, is this a gridiron thingy? Oh,
Yeah,
is this gonna
the
hurt me to
SWAT,
see?
the big blue they're calling it. It's the SWAT
Okay, front end no
phalanx.
change. Yeah, front end's no change. What's the change? The color? The blue?
Yeah, it's
The
just
blue.
blue. It's blue.
Oh, wait, no, go up to the weapon system up there. He's probably offering a new weapon with that. Either
I wish
way,
I could blow it up some more, but I can't.
this is kind of, again, I'm biased because I have a phalanx, and I will fight you to say that that was never a bad purchase in my life. Go back to the rear end of that for a second. To the rear end of the vehicle.
In this picture or the other
Yeah,
one?
there's a radar dish mounted up on there now. So this is what I suspected was going to happen. He's starting to watch what's coming out, paying attention, and you just saw it right there, right? He's coming up with other things for this is what he did with for everything, right? So police van now we're into because the ESU became a figure everybody was buying in droves. And this now makes sense. He didn't do this for a firefighter group, right? Did for this
Yeah,
because look at all the add-on possibilities for police surveillance, riot control, pressure hoses, gas canisters. Oh man, good call. Too bad I already have a phalanx. I'm not
and
buying a
you,
second one. Oh, he's got the damn pressure hose cannon on there. Look at the front. What is that white line? Is he firing water or is that just light?
no, I think that's
Oh,
what
okay,
that's
never
meant to
mind.
be. No,
Yeah,
I think it's meant to be a fire hose cannon. Go to that picture,
interesting.
change. Well, that one has a 50 caliber in it. That is definitely not a fire hose cannon, but it looks like you might
No,
be able to swap it.
yeah, well, he's got a patented post system where a lot of his accessory, like cupolas, like or gun mount systems, they all universally fit onto this one thing, right? So you could swap it out with a lot of stuff. So
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
he's
I mean,
probably
that's
offering a couple
good
of things
idea.
with that. Yeah, and I mean it's good. He's the first one to jump on the police train. You know what I mean? We didn't see anything coming out of fans' hobby for a squad car or a riot truck or anything like this. This shows that he's seeing markets where where they are, right? Everybody liked
And
that
it
ESU more enough.
and it comes with, or it doesn't come with, there is a police version of the Jungle Hound where they did it in blue for four
And
hundred
then he
dollars. I
lost me.
think it should come with it.
No, then he lost me. The phalanx I understood because you could use it as a SWAT vehicle because these guys come with riot shields and face masks and you can see them deploying out of the back of it. Having a police doom buggy with tactical machine guns is not a riot vehicle to me. I just not feeling that. Looks cool though. If you're feeling it because it looks cool and it's Mad Maxy, I don't blame you. It's just I would be like, nope, I was good at green.
I like this one, and I saw War Chest earlier say he was painting. He painted up his swamp, his hound, his buggy.
Mhm.
Um,
No, it's just
so
my personal opinion, and that's all it is, right? But
I like this.
good on him for.
They need these in Portland.
Well, I'm just saying. I see that light bar behind me. It's not what pulls me over. It's the twin Gatling guns that are gonna
Yeah,
pull me over. Right? I'm
yeah.
I'm coming. Yeah.
The chain guns, yeah. Oh, look, and then
Yeah.
that one has got that one on there too. So
But
yeah, I'm
notice
gonna
what's not on
stop.
there. You know what isn't on there? Dash cam. So
Yeah,
is that what's mounted on the top?
or anywhere to put a prisoner.
Yeah, yeah. You notice? Just a whole bunch of extra guns to sprinkle on the guy you just shot. Like, oh, look, he was armed. It's got
Yeah,
like
well,
three AKs over here.
it just comes with a little sled to put him on and tow behind it. So
Yeah.
uh I like this, man. We need a golf version of Destro.
Yeah,
Oh
maybe
my
that's
god.
I like how the chat's kind of going with that. I see curling, I see golf. Like these are also sports sluts.
Yeah,
We don't have Joe reflections on there.
curling would be great.
Curling would be the one time GI Joe gives us that actual Canadian GI Joe character with a write up and everything. It would be the curler. I'd be like, God
The
damn it,
curler.
we'll take it.
They couldn't have made backstop cool. We got to get the curling guy.
His name is Hurry Hard. That's what they call him. Hurry Hard.
Oh, it's awesome. Do
Yes,
one in
I
yellow
curled.
next for the legacy lifeguard that looks like Hasselhoff. You curled? You did curling?
I have curled. Yeah, I'm
Okay.
pretty good. Not bad.
Okay.
I know about
You
it.
you know a little bit about it.
I know a little bit about it.
You may be the only person I've ever personally talked to that I know that has ever done curling.
Well, it's a seldom talked. It's like Fight Club. We don't talk. Curlers don't
Yeah.
talk about curling, right? We
Yeah. Let's see.
come here.
All right.
My cat wants to show off his
You
butthole
talk you,
again. I can
you
tell.
talking to me? Let's
No,
let's give you full screen for that.
you're ready, eh?
you
Your butt's on
gotta
call, Sir Lime.
you gotta you have to start an only cats.
Yeah, only cats. That's gross part is I'd probably do better than my channel does.
Speaking of that, we're gonna talk about that too. It's gonna tie into what we're gonna talk about here in a few
Yeah, we're
minutes.
gonna get into the real talk, all right? Yes.
Let's see. Sub Zero, Ice Storm, Iceberg, Cold Front for the Joe bobsled team. Yeah, that's not bad.
I
And
would take that before the recon sled.
yeah, I'll give me
Yeah.
all that before the recon sled. So chat may have heard about this, and it has absolutely nothing to do with toys, but I could not bring it up. Full screen tank, cat tank. So,
Mm,
have you by any chance, Crow, heard of the drunk raccoon that's been making the headlines lately?
no, I have not. Brief me.
Okay, I'm gonna share this
Yes.
screen here.
You share that screen.
Gonna share it. Gonna share the
Share.
hell out of this screen.
You share this screen so hard.
I'd share me. So this is from BBC, but this story is all over the place here. So
Uh,
in Virginia, over Thanksgiving, a raccoon broke in a liquor store and went berserk and knocked 30 or 40 bottles off the shelf, drank from these bottles, and they found it passed out in the bathroom between the trash can and the toilet. Welcome to America. I'm surprised we don't see more shit like this. So this is a real story. So staff at a Virginia liquor store got a shock on Saturday when they came into work to find a raccoon had burgled the store, drinking its way through the spirits section. The mass bandit was found passed out in the bathroom between the toilet and bin, having helped itself to bottles on a bottom shelf. Animal Control Officer Samantha Martin transported the suspect for questioning at Hanover County Animal Protection and Shelter, but not before it had a chance to sober up after a few hours of sleep and zero signs of injury other than a hangover. The animal was safely released back into the wild.
Okay. I I have families of raccoons in my backyard. So this is resonating with me because like they're very social critters. You'll
Yeah.
notice there's no baby raccoons here. This was the dad. So
Oh yeah.
this starts explaining itself right here, right? Dad's had a rough
Oh,
day, gets locked into a liquor store, does what dads does, appreciates the vacation, makes the most of it. What I get is he passed it next to the toilet. He made a conscionable choice to rather drink that smelly toxic water than the toilet water.
and he was smart enough to get in the bathroom in case he had to puke
Yeah.
and pass out on his stomach, not his back.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
They
this
are smart,
raccoon,
smart creatures.
and he'll be back.
They better exclude the hell out of wherever he got in there at.
Yeah.
Lone Dragon, I passed that raccoon pick around this morning. Which needs a intervention AA for raccoons. Graf
Yeah.
says, I'll party with that trash panda anytime.
Worst part
Um,
was there was two other raccoons with him, man. They just left him there. Poor thing.
um,
You know they had a
uh,
party.
they just bailed on him, left him. He'll find his own way home. And he did.
Turn him
Um,
over. Somebody had to write dick on his forehead or something, or draw one on him somewhere.
draw a dick on his forehead. Um,
Yeah.
okay, I'll check that out. I won't show it here, War Chest. I'll look at that in just a few minutes. Uh, Son of a Crayon Slayer says, I heard in Canada the bears eat drunks to get a buzz. Is that true crow?
I don't know. I'm conflicted trying to dispel the rumors you guys hear about Canada. I think it's better to let you believe some of this stuff.
Let's see. Look at this. Damn, that looks good.
What are you
All right,
looking at?
so
I'm still looking at this raccoon in a toilet. Are we?
War Chest sent me a sneak peek of his hound that he painted up.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
There is one more that goes with this. So today they released video of this raccoon in this liquor
Oh,
store.
sweet. We get to watch it.
So you can see him right here. He's just
Hmm.
hopping around. I think this is the one where he falls. I don't know if he'd already been into anything or not. He falls, and then it cuts to him up here at the top, kind of staggering around. There's already some bottles busted on the floor. Unfortunately, it doesn't show any of him actually like drinking, from the stuff spilled on the floor. But when I was getting ready to save this and I saw that there's actual video released, I was like, oh my god, we got to talk about the drunk raccoon.
Yeah. He's
Is
just 4 hours of him crying in the corner.
yeah, just sitting there like this,
Yeah. Drunk dialing its ex.
shaking his head. Oh, I went on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
GI Jetman's in the house. What's up,
Hey, buddy.
Jetman? Yeah, because this happened on. So this happened. They were closed, and they come back to it after being
Oh,
closed for Thanksgiving. So
I got
that's when they found this guy. One chest happy with how it turned out. I'll do a video once I finish the driver swamp rat. Sweet. Maple syrup and snow. That's what they export. They treat curling like it's a real sport.
And wood. Remember, so you can't have hockey sticks without some good wood, buddy.
That's
Or
right.
or a good curling broom.
A what?
A good curling broom.
Carlin Burham.
Broom.
Broom. Okay.
That's,
All right.
that's how
There we
you
go.
aim the rack.
Okay. Yeah.
That
See, I'm
rope.
learning new things here. Lawrence saying that raccoon has officially drank more than me. That's awesome. I saw this going around today, and I figured other people saw it, but I had to show the drunk raccoon because it did take place in the South, and that's probably something that happens more often than we hear about.
Now, see, up here in the north, we get some pretty stereotypical misconceptions of what the South is like, too. This did not help today.
No, like this actually happens so often it hardly ever makes the news.
The fact is if you guys became familiar and gave this thing a name and talked about it for the next few years, we would expect it. Be like, this is
Yeah,
your icon. This is your new mascot.
this it really is like something that takes place in a movie, like a road
It
trip
is.
movie or something. So
Yeah.
just absolutely
It,
hilarious.
yep. It's like Caddyshack with the gopher, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, damn with the gopher, absolutely. The Weird Al song "Canadian Idiot." I've heard it, but I don't know it. That was his take on American Idiot, right? I've
Oh,
heard it.
maybe if you were quoting lyrics out of that, no, I've never heard it, but I mean, it's just Weird Al. I wouldn't take it too seriously, anyways.
Yeah.
But if that's what it's from, I didn't get it. Yeah.
Oh shit! Not Summer Rental. Great Outdoors. The raccoons from the Great Outdoors. They bust
Mm.
into the trash cans and get the lobster tails.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So you got something you can talk about for a minute while I run to the banyo and
Uh,
refill some coffee?
Jesus, I already showed them the Viper.
I
Yeah, no,
burnt
it's
through
fine.
everything.
Why
I
don't
burnt
know?
through it
I
all.
talk about these things. Would how long are you gonna be? That's fine.
Yeah,
No, go ahead. Go ahead. I'll show them some other
four
fun
minutes.
comics. I will tell you guys some cool shit. How's that? Not cool shit. Comic shit. All right. Go to the banyo.
You want full screen?
Sure, why not?
All right.
Yeah. I re- This has been out for a while. This was a better read than I expected. It wasn't what I expected to show you. I'll show you another comic I picked up today because the first off, the new G.I. Joe number 15 came out. If you guys are following the Dreadnought War, and yeah. Without spoilers for those who are watching for them, something gets revealed about the dreadnoughts in here that I was like, oh, that's a weird way to reveal that, and moving on. And it just reminds me how much different the Energon universe G.I. Joe is going to be from the real American hero stories. There's a nod in there, and you guys will see it. And it's also just further proof how dedicated they are to showing our G.I. Joe classified figures in action, and I'll leave it at that. But for those of you guys like Daredevil Dave, when I saw him at Joe Fest, here, I don't care if you guys see my butt. Look at my butt. Um, Daredevil Dave handed me a handful of comics that had survived Hurricane Katrina, and it hit me right in the somewhere behind the sternum where I'm told people have a heart. That's where that hit me. Because I had these comics as a kid and I got rid of the collection, and there was Daredevil Dave, a guy I was meeting through YouTube, handing them back to me. So one of them was this comic that I was putting on my wall of significant titles, right? And I have others up there that actually have meaning, like X-Men 210, which was the very first comic I ever bought and said, oh my God, I collect comics now. And then 209, which was the very first back issue I bought. But this always got me because this was more about YouTube than it was about comics. It was because Daredevil Dave handed me these, and these had survived Hurricane Katrina. And I knew the story behind them and everything like that. Yeah, this is going up there. So when he got that, I started thinking about this wall of comics that I was going to put up. A modest, maybe 6x6, 9x9, 8x8 kind of area, which, like I said, guys, it's Jesus, you're falling. I'm here. It's over there. I've just pulled a bunch of frames down, right? So I started building away at this, and this isn't going to hit that wall, but any comic collectors out there that collected the X-Men, if you remember the massacre beneath the streets, this was the first crossover I ever read. And this was, and I'm sharing this with you, because you're all good dudes. This was the first time I ever cared about a fictional character at all that wasn't on TV. Like in school, they would make us read books, right? You had to read about Peter Pan, or you had to read Shakespeare, you had to read something, right? And yeah, you're a little invested with this character, but the teacher was making you read that. Maybe it wasn't really what you're into. I wasn't invested with comics. As a kid, these were awesome. These were violent. These were violent, colorful. They had cool characters with superpowers. Wolverine was there. But when people started dying and then they didn't tell you if they were going to die or not, this was a time where Colossus was really effed up from the fight that he had against the Marauders. And I think he was like permanently frozen in his metal state. Kitty Pryde was permanently in her phase state. She couldn't get back to reality. Angel lost his wings and became Archangel later. Like all these big things happened. And as a kid, I was like this. I was like, oh my God, I am actually worried about these characters. And that was the first time I became addicted to something coming out on a monthly basis because I wanted to follow up with this, right? And if anybody with ADHD they understand this, right? You need that pattern of dopamine, and they made it enticing. But I always compare my figure collecting to the comic collecting because it's that same regular routine dopamine release. Anyways, are you back, Darren? Because I heard you. Swear to
No,
God, I heard you.
yeah, I've been back for like 4 minutes. I was just listening to you talk about that comic.
Yeah, man. I was so happy to find this today. All right, there
Mhm.
you go. I told you I'd kill time with comics because they're
I'm
cool.
glad you added that wasn't on TV because I heard you say that and I thought I cried with the last episode of Three's Company in syndication, and then you added that wasn't on TV. I'm like, all right,
Yeah,
uh,
because TV was always winning everything. It was your babysitter.
yeah,
It was everything, right? Or video games. But
yep,
comics were just kind of like a weird thing to connect to, I thought.
yeah.
Mhm.
But it was fun connecting with them. I mean, always
Yeah.
a lot of joy in reading that. So let's talk about what you wanted to talk about. Let's talk about our topic. So, do you want to talk about what you are going to be doing and lead into the rest with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Guys, I'm not going to apologize right now for anything I'm about to say. If it comes out the wrong way, just understand that everything is meant to be respectful and absolutely honest with you guys, and you would expect no less out of us, right? Like Darren and I, pretty straight, pretty friendly guys, right? Um, if you guys watched Monday Night Ramblings on a Punk with Toy, you saw that his topic of the night are giveaways bad for your channel. And what I'm about to say has absolutely nothing to contradict that. I don't, that's one perspective on the giveaways. And my giveaway is not here to drive subs. My giveaways this time is a thank you. And I've been talking about it for a little while. So I'm going to show you three prizes that we're going to be giving away here soon. Me and Darren will do it and we'll get this launched. I was waiting on a few things that I had pre-ordered and prepaid for from a company in British Columbia. But they are well past the dates of those release. I have no idea when this company's sending them. So I picked up a third prize today. And now I can say, if you guys continue to watch Backyard Battlefield, we will be doing a draw at some point where you got to be subscribed to my channel, and I would like it if you were subscribed to Darren's as well because this is a Backyard Battlefield draw. But it's thank you for everything you guys have been doing, following us, supporting us, and doing things like this. It's also quietly a thank you for sitting for getting me past 1,000 subscribers, and you might be going, well, why aren't you doing that just on your channel? Right. And because I really like that saying and I believe in it firmly about, I don't give a fuck if you like this word or not. Community for one, right? And a rising tide raises all ships, right?
Yeah,
Darren is my friend. This is how friends help each other. We do so transparently, for one, and we're straight up with you about it. We would never rig a contest, nor would the people we familiarize ourselves with. And I've had a long conversation with people about this in the past, and I had one recently because of the recent accusation against a friend of ours, Lawrence, about the rigged contest, that somebody genuinely felt that way. And I had like I was laughing so hard at certain points. I don't were you, Darren, when that was when you realized this guy was for real about that?
Yeah, I just couldn't believe that somebody was. I thought it was a troll, and then it seemed like it was pretty serious. I was like, this is somebody that really thinks this. As many people that enter this, and it's like Lawrence said, like if he wanted to give stuff to his friends, he could just give it to his friends. There's no need for the show, to make
Exactly.
a big show out of it. So, yeah, I thought
Exactly.
it was funny.
And honestly, it's just the reason I bring this up isn't to bring light on that person and their objectionable opinion of how that went. That's not what I'm trying to do. I don't want to single that person out and put any more emphasis on that discussion. What it does is it forces people to use a perspective on what they're doing with their own channels, like Lawrence was trying to say. Like, think about what you're doing before you commit to doing it. And I had to give pause. Mine is a thank you, and that's all it is. So, guys, we're gonna give away a World War II Wolverine because it's Canadian. Wolverine is Canadian, and he's a soldier in this, so it just made sense that I would give one away. And I'm going to give away the ESU police officer, right there. And then today I picked it up because there's a third toy. I collect Marvel and I collect GI Joe, and I also collect Jada. And people what didn't know this, and no, I didn't get you a new Jada. I want an old, somebody who doesn't have a Jada to win a Jada, and I think Chun Li's a good figure to start with on a Jada collection because she's so cool to pose. So I may be. You can take me off full screen, please. Take you. So if these other things that I ordered do show up in time, that me and Darren coordinate and we get the draw on the go, I'll add them to there. But what I wanted to get into, guys, is being having someone in the chat say to the word, it's nice to watch somebody give their toys to their friends and other YouTube content creators. It got me really thinking, right, about the relationship between the YouTuber and the guys in the chat, right? So some of the what I wanted to talk about tonight was just a little bit about that, right? Because and Darren, you can chime in at any point. A lot of the guys we have in the chat right now have channels, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna put Punk on Toys on spot right now, okay? Because I'm gonna say this: Punk is the larger channel that a lot of our smaller channels have been looking at and say, here's somebody whose example I'm going to follow to some degree, right? Or whose conversations I'm going to participate to some degree. Like, are we agreed on that? As a
Yeah.
like, and guys, be honest in the chat. If you're a guy and say that does not factor at all, I don't see it. That's fine if you don't see it. But he has a larger channel, and we have the smaller ones. And I'm not saying you know, he's put himself in a position. He hasn't, right? But eyes are on him, and that whole exchange got me thinking about the whole. I almost didn't want to do a giveaway after I listened to that whole conversation, right? And it's not because I think somebody's going to ruin it by screaming rigged. It's because it made things awkward. We have a relationship with our chat group where we're trying to be as respectful as we can at all times, right? Like always. You have to go really far out of your way to make a guy like Darren be rude to you. Can we agree on that? Right?
Not as far as you have to go to make you rude to somebody, but I try to keep it on kilter. Most of my anger is usually directed at toy companies.
That's right. So, and I mean, like, you got to think that's hard to manage as you grow as a channel. Like, this is something I've learned over time. And I think Darren sees it as well, and others have talked about it, right? Trying to maintain a relationship with a chat that is genuine and honest with your subscribers who are always tuning in every time you're live, they're there. Every 5 minutes, they're adding to the discussion. They're sending you stuff in emails and they are being the friendliest subscribers you could ever ask for. Here's the problem. As that becomes more abundant, right? You get 10 guys like that, that's manageable. Maybe you can manage 30 or 50 guys like that. But 150 guys to 1,000 guys with that kind of activity, some will start to look at that as a very endearing friendship, right? And that's fine. To a degree, it is. But you have to understand there's a boundary line between it, right? And when you start taking things personally and attacking a guy through the slander, you've overcommitted to that person.
Yeah,
So
I think
what I
so
saw
too.
with what I saw with Punk's situation was that everybody was all happy and everything was great until the draw was done. And then the accusations came out of the weed, and that's to be expected. We have all types of people here in the chats, right? From all different kinds of backgrounds. Some were the most popular guy in high school, some were not, some are married, some are single, some have kids, some don't, right? But not a complaint until after that. And then the screaming of the rigged thing, it became slander because it didn't just stay in punk circles. It started going into the other circles of other chat groups from other shows, right? Am I making sense so far? Darren, I think your mic's muted.
So it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and and people that might not be as familiar uh with punk in that channel, maybe only watched a few times or just, aware and don't, not something you catch not all the time, but whatever. And if that word spreads, you're like, oh, I don't want to watch that dude if he rigs giveaway contest, knowing that, or them not knowing that that's not at all the version of the truth, that somebody else's skewed version, and
Mhm.
that gets out. That's how dumb shit like that's kind of spreads around.
Sweet. So I realized, like I said it before, I think I said it on Punk's last pit. People talk bad about the word community, but the community is really the chats. Like it's the chat group, then the content creators are all a part of it, right? But the community isn't the problem. It's these circles that are formed within that community. We have actually cemented circles, and if we can all name one of them right off the bat when we say Vala versus Hasbro, right? There are
Yeah.
people cemented on Vala, and there are people cemented on Classified. They will not mix. And then there's a large margin of people in the middle that don't give a rat's ass and like both toys, right? And the
Yeah.
chat group is an exact reflection of that. It's 100. You have two echo chambers. I'll say them
Big,
for who they are,
big,
right?
big time. Yeah.
Yeah. And this is again not to put those people on the spot, but essentially you have the three POA groups, and then you have been what's dubbed, for lack of better terms off the top of my head, the Gridiron Gang, which is what we are referred to because I guess punk reviews too much gridiron. I'm not sure how we got there, but we got there, and that's fine. I don't care about the moniker. I didn't invent it. Um, that's basically what this diagram is representing, right? One group, the other group. Then you have this big group here, and that is everybody else in the middle, right? And this line is you guys in the chat. You guys will pass through everybody else in the middle, and you will learn about it. But the guys that are going here, there's a whole group that only go to these two. And that's the echo chamber effect, right? So every time something happens and they start talking about each other, there's an equation. And I'm looking at the math. It's just I you can take me off. It's really distracting when you put me on full screen, man.
Well, I was trying to show your diagram, and I was also
Yeah.
looking at how much I
Yeah, I
thought
know.
it kind of resembled a woman's reproductive system from afar.
It does when I do it like that.
Upside down. There you
But guys, it's when I get down to I lost my place of thought, but it's just a lot of it lately. I've been finding is a lot of people are putting too much investment on how they feel about the person they're watching. Right. Like
go. Yeah.
this came down. I hate to bring this up, but this came down when politics was really a hot button topic. And unfortunately, somebody was killed over it. Right.
Oh
Then
yeah.
we all became very polarized again. And what I'm getting at is, guys, we're just a toy channel trying to have fun with toys and talking about toys. And the guys in the community are trying to do the same. But when you start using slander to describe the other, it's toxifying the space, right? It affects how we're seeing these contests and things like that.
And some
J-
people seem to thrive on it for some reason, but not everybody's that way.
Yeah, but there's a misconception of why guys are even doing these channels. Like I was talking to Lawrence today, and we were talking like, and nobody here is thinking we're going to get rich doing YouTube, right? Like
Yeah.
the most you're hoping for is maybe I can have trickle income that makes it a little easier to buy the odd toy, right? Like that's the most realistic expectation we have. But I
Yeah.
find some of the most unreasonable and unrational explanations for why things happen on YouTube coming out of the chat and bouncing from one chat group to the other, right?
Yep.
You
And
saw
you know,
ovaries.
yeah, I've got some good comments I want to hit up.
Yeah.
Um,
So what I find difficult, and this is why I wanted to say this is about the chat, right? This is about boundaries and respect between us and the chat groups. Because what happens if we don't say hi to Ken?
yep. And then
Why
you
did
get
that even
rigged
start?
over his hello Ken.
Yeah, why did that even start?
The high Ken.
Yeah, because somebody got really upset that their message wasn't being conveyed and they took it so personal. Is that not right?
Yeah. Oh well, for whatever reason, the guy was kind of oblivious that everybody did acknowledge him and said hi to him, and he was just insistent that Lawrence say hi to Ken, and everybody's like, "Dude, like they know each other. He'll get to it. You know, he's always going to acknowledge it. He'll get to it when he gets to it." And that guy got
Mhm.
super butthurt just because somebody didn't say hi to somebody else. If that is where you're at, you're way too invested.
And that's kind of what I'm getting at because the rationality isn't there, right?
Yeah,
One, you're one of many in the chat, and the person is talking on screen. You're expecting them to read every comment and notice when somebody's putting an emphasis on things. And it's a matter that you're not well enough versed in when he's giving you the explanation. These are forgivable mistakes, but when it gets heated, and when you start attacking back and slandering the person's name, like why are we even doing this? Like what we start
it's
our
really
channels
weird.
for. Yeah, this was about keeping ourselves amused with our toy hobby and enjoying discussions with people, right? And we have to accept The Office. If anybody watches The Office, The Office is the perfect example of the chat. Look how many different character types are in the show The Office. There's like 14 different key characters, each with a different personality and a different reaction to the daily situation. And that's exactly what a chat group is like, right? We hope that most of the people are on the same page, but when you've got 150 people all on your chat watching a contest, you have to account maybe 15 of those people are a complete different type of personality and reaction, right? How do you get in front of that live?
And maybe and those 15 people might have 30 personalities between them sometimes too.
Yeah,
So um
it's
I I want to
what?
go back up and hit some of the comments up.
Yeah,
Because I've got a bunch starred. Um so we got do want to say what's up US Combat Dojo way back up come in and Joe Fan. What's up, y'all? Tony said he sent you the link to the markers. I was going to do that
I saw that.
after the
Thanks, buddy.
show. So glad you got that. They're excellent. I meant to bring a couple of them in here. Really they're really good markers for what you pay for them. Was this someone we know? No. I don't know if that person had commented on other videos of Lawrence's or not, but it's not somebody that's around. It's not anybody you'd recognized.
Yeah, and like I said, keyword is respect, right? Like, yeah, they've got to make a spectacle of them. It's best we forget their name because it would be you'd start saying the name more, right? And then we're drawing heat on this mistake this guy made. This guy made a mistake by ranting about a rigged contest. Yeah, we're joking about it, but do you
Yeah.
know how hard that would be to rig that thing?
Yeah, I don't even know if there is a way to rig the wheel. That's why so many people use
Yeah.
it. It takes so much work to put the names in the damn thing. Trying to even find a way to rig it. Once you get everything in, I'd be afraid it'd erase everything. And he
And
had
then
a
on this
shitload
on
in there.
this on the second figure, when six people in a row weren't present in the chat to claim that. Remember, you have to stage that for dramatic effect.
Yeah, yeah, you got to pick some that aren't going to be there. So,
Yeah.
James Lucas agreeing with Stu, he'd never do something like that. Yes, Joe fan, somebody in the comments for the video actually thought that he rigged it. Dave was saying
Yeah.
that if you wanted a fourth prize, he has a big bin he'll donate if you want to give away a big bin.
We can
Um,
chit chat, but Dave, save that for your channel when the time comes. It'll be very handy for you to hang on to those. Dave got a really great deal on Big Ben's through Walmart.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Graf says that has an official investigation started on the APWT alleged contest tampering, and we have an admission of guilt right
The
here.
punk files are more secretive than the Epstein files. Let's leave it at that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Tony confessing, I rigged it all. I'm a horrible motherfucker.
No. So my question is,
Sean
why?
Jones. What's up?
What would be the win for Punk to
Yeah,
rig that? Where's the win? Like, what does he
yeah,
gain in doing that? Well, you just threw away your channel after you've grown it to a well successful point. I say anything past 5,000 is well successful, right? You've done that just to give five figures to friends and then use seven as decoys. Like I don't see the win on this
yeah.
at all.
That's
Like,
the thing. Like, there, what is the upside to doing that if you did it? Like, why would you make? It just don't even make any
I
sense.
mean, a dummy might go, yeah, that's a win because my friends got the figures. But anybody with half a brain in their head would realize I just totally torpedoed my own channel's integrity. Well, so
Yeah,
much for that fun.
after after so long of putting so much into it. So,
Yep. If you
let's
think
see.
that, then I feel sorry for you because I think you've been abused a little bit in life.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh, Triple D's Dungeon Dave. I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to like screw that up. So,
Yeah.
uh, I'm
You
not even gonna touch that, Dave.
yeah, Dave's autocorrect was like, did you mean? He's like, no, I did not
Yeah,
mean.
yeah, like no, absolutely not.
Very
Let's see.
specific enter.
Yeah, oh my, I'm not, not even that I would say it that way. I don't want to accidentally say something that way.
So
Uh,
imagine. Oh, go ahead. Read this one, but I just want to come back to the Tony comment in a minute.
um, Joe fan saying I thought putting those accusations in chat was just being funny. It was in the
It
chat.
started. Yeah. With
This wasn't in the chat. This was a comment on the
yes.
video.
Just
It
like
wasn't.
with
It
yeah.
wasn't live, like the live with all the hashtag rigged. That was everybody being funny, and nobody typing that in actually believed it. That was just being funny.
Yeah, there is a column. You can pick up the sentiment of the comment and realize right away that that is not somebody who's laughing along with things. They genuinely had
Yeah,
a beef, and to run along to other chats in other group circles and to do that was just that was confusing. It's like, why are
yep,
you doing that? Okay. But
uh,
I imagined like when Tony won, I was like, okay, there's a bind, right? Because Tony had
yeah,
won last year and they were live. And I just for a moment, I had to laugh because I pictured exactly how Punk was feeling in that exact moment. Like, if I am trying to portray myself one way, this has not helped.
yeah.
Right?
Like, I mean, even joked about, like, I think he said something like, I don't know what I'm gonna do if Tony wins, or watch Tony win, or something like that, and then damn if he didn't. So,
Mhm.
but it's just the way it goes. Sean Jones is here and he's saying I don't have a channel and I won. So there you go.
Yeah.
And
People won that weren't there and came back. If it was, like it was just there was a lot going on. There was so many moving parts. It was the most well choreographed conspiracy since the Italian Job, man. Or
was it
shit happens.
two two or three people that won and weren't there, but then showed up later. Like Brick was
Mhm.
one.
Mr.
There was
Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful. I think there were three people that won and weren't and like didn't realize that somebody else was they were painting and couldn't get in there to answer. So uh
Exactly. And the other part of this is because remember I said at the beginning of this, most of our chat are other not most, but a lot of our chat is other content creators, right? So they had memberships to that draw, which gave their name double the chances in the ballot entries. Do these mathematics start getting calculated before people knee jerk and start screaming rigged, or do they start realizing the probability of their name went down while others went up? Like, no, right? This is emotions running at the hip. But yeah, man, like there's a good chance if there's a YouTube content creator who's going to be on the backyard listening to the backyard battlefield and participate, they could win this because there's so many of them in our chats. That's how we're supporting each other,
yeah.
right? So when they
And it's
choose,
luck of the draw.
yeah, so when the guy was like, "Oh, it's nice to see YouTube content creators give each other different things," I was like, "No, that's the community support. They just happen to be content creators.
Yeah,
Don't
there's so
mix
many
them up."
so many of us watch everybody else's
Yeah.
content. It's bound to be that way. Let's see, got a few more comments. Lone Dragon, people always saying rigged after drawings. I just assumed it was Spanish for congrats. It's pretty
Yeah.
good. Um, and then back to your diagram graph. Says anybody else seeing a penis in that picture? No,
Good
me
for you,
neither.
Graph. Good for you, because there probably was one.
Um, so Bobby saying, Crow, your diagram looks like the flux capacitor.
Just great. I'm not going to be able to monetize this video. No, I'm just kidding.
Uh,
Um,
uh, Tony saw ovaries.
Ovaries, yes.
Uh,
And there was mathematics to all this. I just realized I can't show these on thing because I would have to explain my own mathematics, and that would take forever. But there was
hey kids, this is a fallopian tube.
so I bet you're wondering why would I even bring this up, right? It's because eventually there's a good chance we meet all of you in person, right? What like all the guys in the chat and meeting, and there's been times where that's been awkward. Do,
Yeah,
do you
yeah,
agree? Right?
that's been an issue a time or two.
Right. And that comes with an expectation of what an experience is going to be like when you finally meet. For the content creator, it's great to meet all of their fucking subscribers and everything like that. But there's that trust issue between a subscriber and a personal friend. And at those events, that's going to get tested every time, right? Because you're just all excited, right? But
Yeah.
people will get offended if you don't react a certain way and things like that, right?
Let's see. Dave saying it was really rigged. Punk did a better job than the Democratic Party.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
I think, yeah.
James,
I was going to say the rigged, didn't that start coming up during political elections the last few times? So I mean, it's a hot button term.
yeah, it's been a thing here. James Lucas saying, unfortunately, there are petty assholes everywhere, and the internet allows these shit fucks some degree of anonymity
Mhm.
where they feel able to say shit they'd never say in person. And you're right. You're that's part of the problem.
Yeah, yeah, and like I said, I mean, no, I don't know any content creator in our circles that goes out there going, today I want to be an asshole to the chat, right? Like they
Yeah.
don't. It's just like it's you're dealing with so many different types of people. You have to just have this boundary line, right? Of I'm going to say this once. If I have to say this twice, then it becomes a spectacle, right? And
Hmm.
just this last week I found was filled with spectacle, and it was all just I felt bad for it. You know,
Yeah, definitely was a spectacle. It
I
was
just
turned
reading the
into a
comments.
spectacle. Didn't need to be. Woody's AI generated. How else can you get hair that cool? Let's see.
I'm an enigma.
Just getting through the poor chest is lying about everything in here. Let's see. We got Pop Blender jumping in here. What's going on, cuz? Saying, I'm sorry. I just thought that only friends and friends of friends could win giveaways. I didn't know my chat would cause such a firestorm. Seriously, though, I missed it all. Well, it wasn't in the chat; it was in the comments. It was
Yeah.
put in the comment after the fact. Mhm. Yeah, that's right. It was on there on Thursday.
Yeah.
Do, 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 do.
So
No, different one, Woody.
yeah.
Go
So
ahead,
that's
Craig.
all I wanted to talk about. I just find that some people are getting offended over things that are happening, like back and forth, and just saw it with the rigged thing, and I saw it with a few other comments in the last few months over a few other things, and I was just like, there's times where I think people misunderstand, like just nobody's trying to be rude or uncivil. It's just like if you find a creator is getting rude and uncivil with you, I find in this particular group, the way that we all are with you, you just missed a few social cues. He gave you some warnings first, or she gave you some warnings first before they lit you up, right? So,
Yeah. It just
mm.
some of the kind of I don't know. There's some weird stuff that goes with doing this. Sometimes I
There's
think.
the social considerations are hard, right? Because you see so many irrational reactions in a lot of other chats too, that you're just like, how do I prepare for this? Like like you and I have talked about giveaways before, and you've even said, like, how do I prepare for this? How do I prepare for that? Right? Like you can't.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, there's just some of the situations that come up, and you're like, "Well, that was unexpected." Sometimes.
Mhm.
Um, Viper Scout says, "Do I count? I have like 5 videos." Yes, you've got the little red play sign down there, so you
You count.
do definitely count.
Everybody
War
counts.
chest. When do we get the things we won? Hey,
Yeah.
that's what I want to know. Is everybody messing with him yet about the shipping? I know
No,
Woody
no.
said bring it to him, but
War Chest is playing chess right now because he flat out remembers when Punk said, "Don't ask me if I've shipped things." So he's using us to relay to Punk in the chat.
mm, and
Hmm.
then
I see that chess move.
I saw somewhere way past it. I saw Tony say he even gave both prizes back. See there?
Right. And so if we're all in that, you guys like this diagram, right? I'll show you the diagram again. If
Show us
we're
the
all
ovaries.
sitting, most of us are sitting in this middle group, which means that we're watching 3POA or 3POA adjacent, or watching Gridiron and Gridiron adjacent. We're all in this group, right? But if somebody is only watching that group and they hear about Tony, Tony gave those figures back, they're not including that in future discussions in that group,
Oh
right?
yeah,
No,
that's not that
that
part ain't coming up.
that's not going to be a fun chat for the next 15 minutes. It's better to leave that part out. And guys,
Mm,
vice versa. There's people in our groups that leave out things that are said in these groups that take heat off some of the stuff that we rumor about. It's YouTube, right?
yep. Dirty Knives is here popping in saying, was it a random number generator? It was the wheel of names. Like you enter them all manually, and it spins and randomly picks one. Was how it did, and that's how I do whenever I do a giveaway. That's what I use. I need to learn how to use the hashtag thing where everybody got a set amount of time to put in the hashtag whatever, and it automatically logs them. I need to figure out how to use that one, but I use Wheel of Names too, and that's
And
probably
that
what we'll use over here when you do yours.
I was going to say, and that's why I brought these up now, is to give us a couple of weeks for Darren to figure that out.
Oh, I just need to know. I just need you to decide how you enter, and I need access to whatever that is, either to be able to, if it's a comment on a video, which is probably the easiest, right? You just do a video and say, this is it, comment on this video. You got until this time to make your comment with whatever. Then you look at that and enter all that into the wheel. That's the way that I've done it with mine. I think that's the easiest.
I think you and I should talk offline and we'll decide that, make that clear. Could very well be something like that. Whatever the path of least resistance is, because it's really just, like I said, it's a thank you giveaway. There shouldn't be a whole bunch of hoops to jump through, right?
Yeah.
But like I said, I think one of them is like, there's some to both of us. I was
I
hoping to
like
win the Daredevil figure season, but it all worked out.
it. See, didn't even have to get accused.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if he's talking to Matthew or he's talking about the other guy. I think he's messing with Matthew. I
Yeah,
guess they
I don't
may
know.
use a
I
fake
can't
name.
see I can't see the chat the way you can, so I'm gonna turn my camera off, but just so that I can go uh health break. Put my
Okay.
coat on. Yeah.
So Woody says that guy found my channel today and let me have it. On your new Fig City video, Woody. I hadn't had a chance to watch it yet. I saw it come out, and
Because Woody won, right? So
because he
Woody is one of the
won
YouTube
twice.
trends, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And
I see.
and this is what I mean. Like, okay, yes, you can feel a little hurt feelings if you didn't win, if you want to. I'm not judging anybody for having that. But to go to the lengths of vocalizing it that are being gone to is utterly ridiculous. Like that's
It
not
is.
rational. It's not healthy.
It's really going out of your way. So War Chest saying people take shit really fucking serious for no reason. Yep, and Woody saying, yeah, he found me. And Tony saying, yeah, he bitched the Woody. So I mean, that's when you actually go, and if you're not subscribed to the like probably he wasn't subscribed to Woody, and you went and actually sought him out, and I guess he commented on your video because you don't have social. So to actually hunt that down and go through a point to leave a bitchy comment on one of your videos because you won somebody else's giveaways, it's pretty petty.
Yes, and so, but that does bring in another possible, and I'm just saying possible, I'm not trying to speculate anything, consideration, right? We do have a large number of people in our demographic, like not our demographic, but in subscriber base and mutual circles with other channels of people with certain special needs, be them intellectual, behavioral, maturity, like actual like handicaps and that. There's an outside chance this could be a maturity issue that we're not looking at the right way with this person, but without putting a face to the name and being seeing them and hearing them speak for themselves, I'll never know, right? But that's one of those considerations you have to think about. You have to think
Yeah.
about that before you react to it, right? Or you just make it worse.
Think think before you react on YouTube stuff. Does that don't happen too often, does it? There's
Well,
some
I mean,
really good comments in here. The people love your diagram. We need some more. We're gonna need some more crowograms.
my nonsense drawing. Flux
Crow math,
capacitor.
crow
Crow
math
math.
theory.
My bed mass spelt completely differently.
Show us your crow hole.
That's my cat's job, man. Did
Yeah,
you guys notice, Lime showed you his butthole. You were all it was a Easter egg. We had an Easter egg.
he's butthole Easter egg.
Yeah. I got
We
both
we
cats with
tackle the
me this week.
serious issues here.
Yeah. Fuck. I
You
had a
make a
whole
good
list of
point
not
though.
serious comments too, but what's that?
I was like, oh no, you make a good point talking about it, but I mean, bringing it up, and, talking about the subject because it's just some of it. It just kind of goes back to some of it is taken way too seriously. Here I think.
Well, I think I'm glad you agree.
Let's see. Dirty Knives saying, I didn't see it, but it sounds like whoever it was is a sore loser acting out and being entitled because he didn't win. And that's exactly what it is.
That is most likely definitely what it seems to be, right? But like let let's put it this way. Everybody you think I'm talking about would account to what I'm saying, right? Some of us know how we come off, and we expect some feedback, right?
Yeah.
But the feedback has to be proportionate to the incident. And that was very disproportionate. Like when it went from like to basically conspiracy theories rather than anything else. What does that
Yeah.
have to do? Get a laptop, Crow. I have a laptop
All right.
coming. How
You
does you
have a
know these
laptop
things, Bob?
now.
No,
You
that
have
one
a
I'm giving to my son. It's out of date. I've got an Apple coming.
oh shit. I didn't even know that. Look at
Plop,
you with the being able to give thumbs up and get
yeah,
the ticker tape.
flop bender fucking blew my surprise there.
Well, you didn't have to weigh in on it.
No, but it was a good
So
opportunity. He reminded me I am getting a new computer.
Dave's got to admit it's kind of suspicious when someone like Woody wins Army Builders. So
Sus-
I
Mm,
I actually I actually said something similar when I was watching it.
we all did.
It's like he's probably got 8 ghost vipers. And then the hilarity of the rigged accusation. Like, yeah, really needed to rig it so Woody could get another ghost viper.
So right there. Okay, yes. And I was in that chat doing the same thing. Like I was like going, man, I can't even find a ghost viper out here. Of course Woody found it. He added it to the fleet, right? But here's the thing. You start seeing that in the chat, and you can tell everybody is joking, right? Like everybody was
Yeah,
joking,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's
It
your
was just a
social cue. Whatever rage you're feeling, you're probably the only one feeling it. Maybe take a pause. Just take the pause. Read the room a
I
bit
mean,
more.
I mean, the maybe when that person watched it, um, maybe they watched it back and they didn't have chat replay on and didn't see. That's all I can think
That's
about
possible.
about taking it seriously is they weren't watching the chat replay to see the entire chat was putting hashtag rig. Because I swear when Tony won, the chat looked like a slot machine going.
Oh
So
yeah,
many people were commenting because I
yeah.
was like, everybody is going to chime in on Tony winning, and everybody did. So that's the only thing I can think of that this person could possibly take it serious was they didn't see that everybody else was cutting up about it.
And see, that's kind of why I wanted to have this kind of chat with you about it and with the chat a little bit about tonight is because let's rationalize this. Like it's easy to say this fucking thing happened and it's because this guy's an asshole, right? But why do people do the things they do? Right? You just gave a really logical explanation. If he was watching the replay, you're right. He might not have seen the chat. He might not have been able to read the mood of the audience. And he might have been not very familiar with things. You don't know, right? So this is the thing. This is why YouTubers have to watch the rapport with their subscribers, how close we get with you, where the trust lies, and things like that, because you can't account for everybody that's in it.
Yeah, at all. So maybe the dude just that's the only thing I could think of.
Could have been
I got
just
a couple.
listening in his car.
Yeah. And been like, oh man, that sucks. Oh, that dude won. He's got a YouTube channel. Oh, that dude won. And he excludes the like 3 people in between that don't have channels and didn't claim their prize, or people that won and don't have channels, like Sean had said earlier. Um, I guess I got a couple
Mhm.
comments. Like I like this war chest. How can anybody be mad at a time like this? Skeletron figs this last week. This McRib is back.
And
Brazzer.
Brazers is free.
And Bobby has a good comment. Woody, didn't you put up an extra prize for Punk to give away at the end? donated something at the end. Yes, he did.
Well, people would have had to have stuck around long enough to know that,
Yeah, because it was at the
right?
end.
There was a drop towards the end, right? And that's the danger of the echo chambers. Things get
Yeah.
omitted.
What he's saying, has anybody ever heard of this guy before in any chats? I hadn't.
Mm-mm.
Never heard of this dude before until Punk talked about it. And Tony says I can never enter a Punk giveaway again. I think it's tradition now.
Hey, I don't want to slam this guy too much, right? Like honestly, I'm not trying to be biased against him just because our friend had to deal with him, and our friends plural had to deal with him in the comment section. I know how many guys out there live alone and they are listening to those chats because they like the idea of familiar voices and familiar conversation, right? Like we have so many different reasons for why people listen to these chats. And some guys won't read the chats, they just listen to what gets read, right? And the
Yeah.
tempo. And like Lawrence is a kind of guy that when he gets on a roll, if you don't know how to take him, it's possible you could take him the wrong way because you're assuming too much of what he's meaning sometimes, right? Sometimes he's just being abrasive with what he's saying, right? Or
Yeah.
joking around and it's coming off the wrong way. Especially read the chats, you'll see the people that know better are getting the joke, right?
Yeah. And that's, like I said, that's the only thing I could think of is maybe it was replay and didn't read it. So Matthew,
Oh,
yes, he said it earlier. 7 of the winners don't have YouTube channels, so
yeah. Congrats to them.
that
They
says
will tomorrow.
a lot. Yeah, right.
Everybody can get one, right?
So they can win next year. Um, Bobby's saying, I wonder if anyone's ever done one of the white elephant president giveaways. Let everyone who wins still back and forth the game that never ends. It would be fun, but somebody would drop the ball. It would fall somewhere.
So, do you remember what Aaron the Toy Enhancer would do trivia night? And one of the persistent problems that he had to mitigate, and he came with a good rule about it, was what's on my screen is the rule, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lag would be prolonging things. I can see that one going a long time, but what a great party game that would be for
I
a big
mean, it
giveaway.
I like the idea of it. I think somewhere somebody would get it and put it on the kitchen table, and then they'd put the mail on top of the kitchen table, and then somebody picks up all of that and puts it in a box and puts it in another room. And
Mhm.
trust me, I know. I think that would definitely probably
It's, sounds like
happen.
it's happened to you a couple of times.
It definitely did. Oh, let's see. Now, and kind of speaking of that, I had a comment highlighted, but I accidentally uh, or starred, and I accidentally unstarred it
That happens.
from Bobby, I believe that was asking about the next similar Tuco Viper extravaganza. I think that
That's
was
you.
Bobby's comment earlier. So got him,
Give yourself
keeping
full
him,
screen for this.
keeping him. I'm keeping him over here beside me
Mm.
right now on my stool and chilling in his throne. I got to put his shelf together sometime when I'm off for Christmas. So anyway, just Pico Viper here. So yes, the next one is Fring Viper, and I need anybody that's interested. I need to know because I want to try to get him out sometime toward the end of this month and start off for January. And I'm not automatically putting people that did it this year in it. So, like,
Except
anybody
for
that
me, right?
wants to know, well, you've already told me you want to do it. So, I'm not taking the same list and adding to it. So, if people don't tell me they want to be in it, they're not going to be in it. So, I was told with Tuco Viper, though, I should have done more to differentiate Tuco Viper from looking like other Techno Vipers. So when I did Tuco Viper, all I really did, I didn't alter him other than I engraved him on the back with 3 stars
Yeah, you
raw
mangled his
and
ass.
DS. Yep. So that was all I did, and I was just going on the integrity that people would um, use actual Tuco and not do other pictures. So I had it on pretty good authority from somebody that I should do more with Fring Viper and to differentiate him from a any other frag viper. So I decided to do that. I've already inscribed him in the back, but I mentioned earlier the markers. I had the markers out and I'm working on my dumpster here. Well, that's not the main reason I got the markers out because I have been customizing on Spring Viper a little bit and
Oh, hang
bringing
on, I
out
can't
some
see
of
the
the.
screen.
So I've taken him apart and I've done some highlights on him. There's actually a lot of cool details in this figure that a little bit of paint will bring out. But there's the back,
Mhm.
got him nice and inscribed and painted now, but he will have markings to know that he is different from any other frag viper. So I am doing that. That's why I got the markers out to kind of dress him up a bit, and I'll put him back together before I send him out. So I do have several people that have let me know they want to be part of the Fring Viper project. So I've got everything written down so far. So that's the latest. I want to try to get him out the end of this month or the 1st of January to start him on his journey around. So let me know Instagram 3 Star Draw or email me. It is in the channel description down south, 7 the number and 7 spelled out if you want to hang out with Fring Viper. And we're going to have a little bit different set of requirements for Fring than we had for Tuco. And I'll be putting all that together and putting it out soon.
Yeah, and just a reminder, thank you. I can't wait to get into that, but we also have going with that because you say that you're going to have new rules, like a new theme. Are you talking about?
A couple other, I would say requirements, but people probably won't follow them. So a couple other things that I want people to do specifically when they get him.
Hmm.
Um, I'm still ironing out exactly what I want, but that will be uh, part of the Fring Viper
Well,
extravaganza.
the reason I think it's a good time that you brought this up is because recently Legend Series just had his Halloween photography contest, which I think it was Mikey from JMK Customs, I think, won that, right?
And
Uh,
Matthew, I think,
and Matthew
come
was
in
second.
second, right?
It was like a dead knocker tie right to the last vote, as far as and then math happened. But he was saying that his next contest, I think he's trying to get off the ground for Christmas, and there would be a theme and things like that. So just I like the idea of the guys putting out these projects and putting themes to them, right? And it's the holiday theme. I think is a cool one. What's this? What Jetman wants to be a part of your project as well.
Yep. Yep.
So you're getting already
Jetman's.
some response on that.
Most everybody, sorry, hit the mic. Most everybody that has let me know they want to be in it were not people that were in it last year. So
There you
most
go.
everybody that I've got so far. Say what's up to Allison Troy, the retro
Hi,
toy
Allison.
princess. I'm sorry I'm late. I would have been here earlier, I think. But Tony's Figs won my bus money in a rig contest.
Oh God
So
damn it! We have to do the whole hour over again.
we got to do it
No.
all over again. And I am, as far as we know, we have planned right now, going to be on with Allison doing some coloring on Sunday the 14th over on her channel. Going
Sweet.
to hopefully finish that massively ambitious G.I. Joe picture that we started a few months ago because I'm not much of a colorer.
Hmm.
So I was really slow at progress.
Well, you can practice between now and then. You can get better. I mean,
I
it's
need
not
to.
it's not push-ups, man. You're not like trying to achieve a physical challenger.
Yeah,
But coloring is a talent. I will say it
it's
needs practice.
it's
Yeah.
it's fun. Tell Allison has a talent for it and practices a lot because she'll just be like
Yeah.
and hang it in a gallery.
Yeah. Stu, I think that was very Moby specific that he was making that do.
Yeah, and Allison's here, so she can tell us a thing or two about Moby.
Yeah, creepy Moby. Moby's listening. Hi, Moby.
Hi, Moby. Um, Woody saying, "Damn, you got apple bottom jeans and the boots with the fur."
Brr.
Dave
I
keeps telling me he swapped out all of the extremities, but I put tracking chips in all of them.
yeah. Did you? So I have something in my hand here that I remembered to put aside, and then I was like, yeah, we have time for it. Remember, I told you my buddy hung out here the other night. He's a buddy I've had since like high school, like one of my first
Yeah,
friends in grade 9, right? Well, me and him, we used to be college roommates, and man, did we ever smoke some weed. Oh my lord. Yeah, that was pretty much the college experience. Me and him going to concerts, occasionally going to our classes, but mostly smoking weed and drinking beer. So having him here, he brought an edible, and I'm thinking about Woody and Shane in there because of the smoking Joes, right? And it was the first time I've had an edible that was over 10 milligrams. This thing was like he had 200 milligrams to it, and he cut it in half, and I took it, and that was the first time I've actually felt an edible effect, right? Where I was like,
yeah, they
oh,
hit a little different, don't they?
yeah. Well, I wrote some shit down, Darren.
Oh,
Darren,
I can't wait.
I want to see if you guys can figure out, or if I can figure out, which GI Joe am I talking about when I'm this stoned? Okay.
All right,
I
all
told you
right.
I did have something fun after dropping that old. I want to talk about what's going on YouTube.
Talk about
Drop something
feelings.
fun. Yeah, talk about our feelings in the chat. All right. And these are all GI Joes, I think. Yes, all GI Joes. No Cobras. So which GI
All right,
Joe am I talking about? Even if she is straight laced, she may be leaning.
Jinx.
No,
Oh, I was just
no.
going off the Energon universe.
Oh, even if she is, what is it? Where? Yeah. Oh, I get it. I'm supposed to put emphasis on words. Even if she is straight laced, she may be leaning. Maybe leaning. Maybe leaning. Cover girl. Maybelline. Maybe leaning. I always.
Oh, damn. You got high and wrote dad jokes.
Oh, that's probably what these are. Do you want another one? I have a few.
Yes, we definitely want a few. I know I do. We need
Okay.
some fun.
Which GI Joe would Jar Jar Binks be as a prostitute? So stoned at the time.
Oh my god. GI would Jar Jar Binks be as a prostitute?
If Jar Jar Binks was a prostitute, which GI Joe would he be? Somehow that made sense when I wrote it. If the
This
chat
dude
knows,
said me so horny.
I like that. Lenny,
Oh,
make a character called Me So Horny.
me so horny.
Okay.
Oh, so we got shipwreck, we got Jinx, we got gung ho. Allison saying chuckles,
Who said gung ho? Because they were right.
pop blender,
Yeah.
gung ho. That's yep. Okay, I get it now. All right. God.
You were right when you said dad jokes, but I'm more right when I said I was high as fuck. Me and him talking, I was like, I'm writing this one down.
Do we have
And
time for me to eat part of an edible and come back to this to answer these? That's
what's a
pretty
corn?
good.
Which Joe is a corn-eating bird of prey?
Corn eating bird of prey?
Fuck me. This is stupid.
No, this is pretty funny. A corn eating bird of prey.
Yeah,
I am not even on the same wavelength. Woody should be getting all of these.
probably. I think maybe I was doing this with him in mind.
A
Like,
corn-eating bird of prey. Corn here.
is the
Trying to
chat
think of
got an
every
idea? Chat got it
corn
last time.
reference. Woody says cock knocker. I don't think that's it. Jetman says falcon.
I was gonna say Woody's just calling me names now. Fuck you,
Yeah.
Woody. Falcon's a working one. You're in there. You're in there, Joe, man. I'll
Falcon's
give the
pretty
answer.
good. Crowbar.
Okay. I put my glasses
Hawk.
back on. I got doctor's handwriting.
James Lucas says hawk.
You're as close as you get. A corn-eating bird of prey, to be specific, would be Colonel Hawk.
Colonel Hawk. Oh my god.
Oh, I'm terrible.
This is what you need to be doing for prizes.
I'm gonna be losing so many subs after this. Which is the guy least likely to have both speakers in his car? This
Both
one's dumb.
speakers.
Yeah, it's dumb. Yeah, which one's like least likely to have Bose or Boss speakers in his car?
Bose. I thought you
I
said
think so.
both. Least likely to have Bose speakers.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is a dumb.
Bose. Least likely to have Bose, so they don't like Bose. No Bose. No, let's see. No Bose, anti-Bose. Man, Stu says Crow's really Canadian baking it up tonight.
Little hammy.
Oh, yeah. No Bose.
Alpine. That's how bad it was. That's the only other speaker I could think of, apparently.
Oh, that's so obvious, too. I'm so bad at these. It's so obvious.
Good, because it just tells me how badly they were written, too. All right, two more. Last one. Who's most likely to own a chain of steakhouses?
Outback.
Yes. There. See, that wasn't that hard. I must have been sobering up. And
Yeah.
which Joe would be most appreciated by the smoking Joes? Because that's what got it started. Was Woody was here.
Most Footloose.
Nope. Lady J.
Nice.
There.
Lady
That's done.
J. Lady
Look at
J.
that.
That's pretty good. You should do some more of those.
This is what happens when we don't have anything to talk about, man.
That's pretty
Pull
good.
in old notes.
Yeah. So I said Footloose too, because in my mind, Footloose is always high.
Yeah, Footloose would just be cool to hang out with, but Lady J had J in it, so I was pretty.
It makes sense. Yeah. So let's see. I did do a banner for this. So Christmas is coming. Yay.
Yeah.
We our next show will be the 17th, so that'll be the week before Christmas, and you and I will also we need to discuss, because New Year's Eve will be Backyard Battlefield, so we'll have to discuss.
You know, the ratings are going to be low that night, or will they?
You know, I don't know, man. People might just be throwing it on the tube and, throwing it on TV or whatever and having a few. Might be like me. I don't do shit on New Year's, so
yeah, me either.
we did we do a stream? Seems like we did a New Year's stream. Shit, I don't even remember.
I don't think.
Do a giveaway. Woody says, do a giveaway, and they will come.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, maybe that's when we'll do it. That could be when we do it. Yeah, could be.
Oh, that'd be a low blows, having everybody have to show up on New Year's.
On New Year's, yeah.
Increase your chances.
That's a good point. That's a good point. A lot of considerations we have to have. And maybe we'll add to it by then.
If you have a YouTube channel, you get 3 extra entries. No.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Yeah, I agree. Clint Jorgensen New Year's Eve is so overrated. I quit going out on New Year's like when I was in my probably early 20s. It had lost all its luster for me by then.
Yeah.
Um, Mython, the Python in the house. What up,
What's
mother
going on,
truckers?
brother?
What's
Mahalo.
up, Mython? Mython sent me an awesome reel earlier. Um,
So
um,
Mython has been showing up more and more after being away for a while. Sorry, I know I cut you off there, but it just reminds me of John Wick going, people keep asking me if I'm back. And I gotta tell them, hey, yeah, I'm back. Like whatever that scene was, that's what I think of Mython saying to everybody these days.
I'm pretty much thinking, yeah, I'm back.
There
You
you
need to
go.
make a
Thanks, buddy.
short, Mython. Put a short
Yeah.
out. John Wick.
Mython's back.
Mython Wick. I'm back. Let's see. Yeah, what he's saying, most people are in the house at our age on New Year's to stay away from the crazies. That's part of why I quit, like, even bothering, man. I didn't want to go out and be out on the roads or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got no desire to go to a bar. And I don't know. I guess I means I'll be available to stream, Darren.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll discuss. Maybe we can put together something fun for New Year's. I don't know if people would, be wanting to watch on New Year's or whatever. We'll see. So
Maybe.
talk about it. Clint says rig the giveaway for Punk to win Super Seven Thundercats.
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's a lot, and this is the thing. Like, this is why I was like, read the room in the chat, guys, because a lot of these guys run a channel. They understand how hard it would be to rig something like this. There is no win to rigging a contest if you're trying to keep your channel going. Like, it was just a ridiculous notion, right? But all I can say is, if you still believe that this rigged thing was possible, and you don't have a channel, start a channel and then go try and rig a contest and get back
Yeah,
to us, please. Because
yeah,
I'd like to
yeah,
know how it's done too, just to know it's possible. Because I don't know how you do it.
yeah. I don't think it's possible. So,
No.
um, I think that's all I had to go over tonight. I don't think I
Yeah,
had
we had
anything
nothing.
else pulled up.
Yeah.
So we did a good job. Glad everybody tuned in and hung out with 29 people still listening, 28 dropping like flies. Hit that like if you hadn't already. I always forget to say that. Helps that algae rhythm. Yeah,
Mhm.
Clint, these aren't rigged, but it's too fun to type that it
Oh,
is, right? So
absolutely. It's just, I don't know. I
yeah,
question people when they join a new chat group. Whether they're just how they react. Sometimes I'm like, oh my god, you've been here for 5 minutes, haven't you? You know what I mean? I
yeah.
was like that when I first discovered certain chat groups. I'd be like, oh, I don't get this joke at all, I better shut the fuck up and listen for a second.
Yeah, maybe I will get it eventually because it will come out. So,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
that's needy.
Mython. Somebody complained in the video, the replay video for Punk's
Yeah.
his Get Black Friday giveaway, and yeah, like why I grow up, yeah, pretty much.
Pimping
So
ain't easy.
no, it is
No,
not.
no.
So I hear.
Are you watching
You
that P Diddy documentary on Netflix this week? By the way,
I
it
don't have
just came out today.
Netflix.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't.
I'll,
It's how skewed that documentary is going to be because 50 Cent made it.
well, I'm
It's
gonna,
going to
I'm
be
gonna
so slanted.
I'll try not to ruin it for you, but I'm already gonna predict the ending, and I think he's gonna get away with it.
I think eventually it's going to be viewed as he gets away with it
That's
because
pretty much it.
he's
Holy
got
shit.
too much money to be in there for indefinite. I may
Yeah.
hope not, but I think that's what's fitting to happen. No, if I had Netflix, I'd be watching it. I
I
need to subscribe to Netflix for a month and binge it while I'm off because there's, like I mentioned, Wednesday season 2, Stranger Things. See, that's the thing, that Stranger Things finale ends on New Year's too.
Yes,
It's
yeah, it
it's New Year's
starts
Eve.
on Boxing Day, doesn't it? They updated Boxing Day, and then the finale is on New Year's Eve.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we'll have to keep that in mind too, because I mean, a lot of people will be watching it. I'd be watching this last season if I had Netflix right now.
Yeah, I'm
Mm,
only so invested in it. I
yeah,
don't, I don't mind Stranger Things, but it's kind of lost its luster. It's kind of gone on a little longer than I wanted a show like that
it
to be.
it has for me too, but it's mostly
Mm.
because it's taken so damn long to do the whole thing. But it's kind of like both Sons of Anarchy and Walking Dead were for me. I just want to see how they end it. I want to know how it ends.
Mm.
So
Hmm.
say what's up to Jeremy Kimberlin in the house. Let you in on a secret. Every raffle I do is rigged, but how I rig it is a secret. As long as Shark Eyes don't win.
So
It's what I hear.
yeah, that goes back to backstage. Me and Darren were talking about just how some people give these like go nowhere motivational statements, right? And that was one of them right there. It's like, all right, guys, listen, we can win this thing, but you guys are gonna have to try your hardest. All right, you guys gotta win. Okay, so you're gonna do that, but trying your hardest. And you know what's gonna happen if we lose? All that means is somebody didn't try their hardest. That's all it means, guys. So
Yep.
go try your hardest. All right, let's go. That was one of those
Everybody,
statements. I'm
if
used to those
everybody,
in the army.
yeah, if everybody does their best, we're gonna accomplish everything. But if everybody don't do their best, we won't be at our best. That
Yeah.
kind of shit.
Are you feeling me, guys?
Yeah. Oh my
Thanks,
god.
boss. Yeah.
I hate the lingo. Walking Dead is still going. Daryl won't die. No, it's over. It's over for me. It
Yeah.
ended for me with the horrible ending of the main show, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm
When they,
done. Done. DUN.
I felt like it was a mistake to like, I loved that series and I knew like probably 12 issues into that comic, like this would make a stunning, I thought it would make a movie trilogy or something, but TV show made perfect sense too. But it was like after a while in the comic, you could pick up like this is getting convoluted. This isn't going to go well on TV, and it fell hard. I was excited to see the TV show end because I felt like that show was suffering, and somebody needed to put a bullet in it because the
That
comic had been over for a while.
that show was suffering a long time before it ended.
Yeah.
They could have told the same story and everything that they told in about 3 or 4 less seasons because there was so much talking and exposition in it. When that show started, I thought it was the best thing on TV. I didn't read the comic. I never read the comic, but I
Hmm.
loved the show. I loved the first season. I loved everything about it. And I was a big zombie fan before zombies got popular again. Around the time of 28 Days Later and the remake
Dawn of
shit,
the Dead, the
Dawn of the
Romero.
Dead. Thank
Yeah.
you. The remake of it with Ving Rhames. That's kind of what started bringing zombies back. And then with
Hmm.
Walking Dead, I was already a big zombie fan, so I really liked it. But dude, I shit you not, I quit watching that show at 3 different times because I got
Mm.
so fed up with the talking and the dragging it out. 3 times I quit watching that show.
So for me, I guess, yeah, I don't mind if we talk a little Walking Dead because I was a huge Walking Dead fan, but I, there was a point where everybody met Negan, and that was, I think, the worst thing that happened to the show. But I was so glad they did it because Negan was such a fucking cool character. But the trick
Yeah,
with Negan was you had to understand him after you met him, not before, right?
yeah,
It's just so that you could get the empathy handed to you in a different way. And everybody lost patience or were disgusted before they ever got that opportunity. And then by the time AMC went around to addressing who Negan's backstory was and everything, they made this prolonged sob story, ongoing nonsense arc. Like they just overdeveloped that whole thing. The beauty of the story was it was this quiet little backstory that explains this asshole,
yeah.
right? And he would continue to be an asshole. You would see him as this, but you would understand it better, right? So the show wrecked everything I think was good about the comic after that. So
Yeah, and like I was waiting for him to show up. Like I said, I didn't read the comic, but by that point, I'd already read the entire Wikipedia page for it. So I kind
Hmm.
of, knew the highlights of what was happening in the comic. And I was thinking the whole time, like, how are they going to do this dude? Because putting him on TV, and that's exactly what I thought was when they introduced him, and we finally, because they drug out actually showing him for a season, and we find, yeah, I can't do the whistle anymore. I can't because of my lip. I can't do the whistle. But they drug it out for so long. That's exactly what I thought was if they introduce him the way that he was in the comic, a lot of people are going to quit watching this show because they're going to be like, I can't, like, this dude shows up and kills the fan favorite character and all of that. I was like, people are going to bail, and they did
But
in droves.
so this was something that Kirkland did really successfully, I think, because the bottom line is when you're talking about a post-apocalyptic zombie story arc in any genre, that thing has a beginning and a middle and an end of interest. It's got a shelf life. You can
Yeah,
show the fall of civilization and how the outbreak happened, and you can show the fall of humanity and all that. But eventually the story is going to come down to the two key threats are the zombies and the other people. And then what, you form a civilization, you die, or there's only so many ways that turns out in every arc. Kirkland at least kept the people interesting for a time. It just, you
yeah,
can only introduce so many villains, and you're like, isn't he kind of like the last villain before that guy, but this time he's got a fur coat? It's
yeah.
like, ah.
That was, they suffered from the same thing that a lot of those shows suffer from, and Pop Blender says it right here. They're either canceled after one season or they drag on for too many seasons, and it was just they just dressed the same shit up for a different season with that
Hmm.
show, and drug out all of the talking and lost too much of the action. Like, we get it, and they introduced so many characters in the show, and a lot of them were in the comic, and a lot of them weren't, or they weren't the same as they were in the comic. But they introduced all these characters that we're supposed to care about, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck about any of these people. Kill
Well,
them.
the comic got like that too. They just had too many characters because the big thing about The Walking Dead that brought people in was you couldn't get attached to anybody at the beginning. If you were
Yeah,
attached to them, there were, it didn't that didn't matter. They would die. Right? Like there were big characters dying all the time for no good reason other than it's a zombie apocalypse and that's how it would go. Right? But then they would just saturate you with more characters to just kill them off. Like, here, get attached to this guy. This guy's name's Jesus. Here, okay,
yeah,
now we're gonna kill him. Okay, I
yeah.
gotcha,
Look
I
at him.
gotcha.
He's pretty, and he knows kung fu, and he wears a matrix
But
coat.
the fatal flaw with Walking Dead was, you had this child actor playing Carl, who's going to age with the series. The comic isn't hindered like that. And in
Yeah,
the comic, Carl is the one that survives to the very end. He looks at everything in hindsight. He is the last of the Walking Dead cast, basically, at the end of the
yeah,
story. But you can't do that in the show because that kid's going to keep aging before you've written enough story to get him there. Right. So it was
yeah,
like, oh, you got to kill him off. Well, now yeah, it's just now it's poor writing substituting what was thematically decent enough writing to keep the comic successful, right?
yeah. And Warchest had said up there that he quit watching when Carl died. Like, Carl dying, like, kind of got me reinterested a little bit. So when I started back watching it, because I had quit like at the season where the Whisperers showed up. I
Hmm.
quit at the end that episode, and then it was like a year and a half before I started watching it back and picked it up again. My
See,
phone's got a comment here for you, Crow.
I thank you very much, my thon man. I appreciate that. uh, now I kind of want to buy another one after tonight. Thanks, Darren.
You needed that blue one.
Yeah, no, I don't. That thing's a shelf monster, guys. If you get a Phalanx, like really think it out. You're paying for the inch, basically.
You ain't paying by the inch. That's what she
Yeah,
said.
exactly.
Yeah, Pop Blender saying zombies get old, people get old. What's left when a show has several spin-offs? There's too many characters. Yeah,
Well, and
and
then you start getting shows like The Last of Us. Sure, it was a video game first, but I mean, it's not that far deviated from the same premise in its own way, right? Fungus versus zombie virus. We're still talking about the fall of humanity in the end and competing
yeah,
for resources.
yeah, it's the same. It's two sides of the same coin. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, Pop Blender weighing in with a positive though. At least Carl's son has a successful burger chain, so there's that. Carl's
Yeah.
Jr.
I was a big fan of Marvel what ifs, right? Like what
Yeah,
if the Hulk and Wolverine never fought, or what if Magneto formed the X-Men, or things like those kind of one-shot stories. And that's how I viewed The Walking Dead after Carl was killed. I was like, oh, this is Walking Dead what if again. It didn't
yeah.
actually happen, but it would look like this if it did.
It's kind of like Game of Thrones. Like the comic goes this way, the book goes this
Yep.
way, and then at some point it kind of goes askew. And
Yeah.
they both have their own merits, but I
Yeah, and there
kind of
was
like,
there was lots of little changes between the comic and the show throughout since the beginning. Like you shouldn't ignore that, right? Like
yeah,
Glenn's execution didn't quite go that way. They changed it a bit to hook you, right? Like
yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah. Well, they had to have his fake death first because like, oh, this is kind of how he dies in the comic, but isn't it supposed to be Negan? Like, oh, just kidding.
yeah,
Then they fake killed him again. They did two fake outs with him.
yeah. They got Glenn after they get Abraham, and you're like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
you're doubling down. Oh, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. But that well, they did the trough thing, and then they did the where he fell off the dumpster and crawled
That's
under it
right. They kept
and
faking
ended the
Glenn's death.
season.
Yes, I
Ended
forgot
the
about the dumpster.
or the
You're
half
right.
season when I think that was when they started splitting the seasons and
Yeah, the
that was
mid-season premiere.
yeah, I was
Yeah,
like, oh, is that that's not how he's supposed to die. So
that's right. I
anyway,
forgot. You're right because I did take issue after a while. I remember saying, like, why do you keep doing this to Glenn?"
yeah. Well, it was to torture the people that read the damn comic. And it's,
Yeah,
just bait and switch with Glenn. Because even if you didn't read the comic, you knew Glenn was dying at some point. So I
yeah,
just kept doing it,
and yeah,
baiting.
and that wound up being the best for him because that made him good and available to talk about a role for Invincible with Kirkland, right? So he
Yeah,
he
yeah,
made more money doing Invincible than he'd made with Walking Dead, and in the
yeah,
long run, I think so.
probably so.
Yeah, I agree with
Um,
what Warchest said earlier. Yeah, that's what we were covering
yeah,
earlier. Warchest is
yeah,
yelling it, so I had to point to it.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. I hated Carl, but the book ends with Carl. Yep. And
Carl, yeah.
Stu reminding us of the Carl's Jr. Paris Hilton car wash commercial. So if you haven't seen that or you forgot it, Google that or type it in YouTube as soon as we're done. You're
Yeah.
welcome. Yeah,
So
that's odd.
that that's part of my one of my happier memories of touring around France with my wife. She was deployed and we met in Europe and we went to Paris, right? And we went to the Hilton in Paris. And I said, it's really important you get a picture of me standing in the lobby, right? Right. And she's like, what? I said, because I want to tell the guys back home I've been in Paris Hilton. Right. And just that's why I got that picture.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Mm. No, Matthew saying I never got into Walking Dead. I watched the first episode and I knew the whole story. Yeah, of course you
Yeah.
did, Matthew. um,
Yeah.
um, well, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. I was gonna ask you what you got coming up on the Crusty Old Crow channel, but I was gonna ask you if you wanted to take just a minute to tell everybody how much you love the Uzi holster on Steeler.
Oh God. I really love it. I might have heavy-handed that when in my reviews, and I might have talked about it during a punk's pit one night, and might have yelled it in the mirror.
How that is standard issue for all tank crew.
It's just No, I mean it's not like we don't like. I've seen guys put pistols on their hip and work fine in the turret. It's not like we're snagging everything. I heard some guys going, "Well, what about your bootlaces?" I'm like, "No, we wouldn't snag our bootlaces because you can control your feet a lot better than you can a wider area."
Yeah.
But honestly, it's not that big of a deal. I actually like the Steeler figure as an action figure, and I could say, hey, this is the non-crew commander Steeler because he's not coming with the tank. He's a fire team partner for short fuse. I can see all that. But I was like, it hurts so much more what I saw in short fuse. His stuff was removable.
Yeah.
Like I was like, oh, you sons of bitches. I would have to cut it off Steeler if I wanted to get rid of it, right? Like I have to damage the figure's design to fix it in my head. It's not worth it. I'm just gonna leave it.
That boot knife sheath is definitely removable. It wants to remove itself.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, man.
So
Yeah,
what you
steel
got coming
short
up?
fuses. Um not much until more figures come in. I will eventually probably get a review done on Grim Viper once I'm done figuring out what I'm thinking about it. But aside from that, hopefully the rest of the wave shows up soon, and then who knows with Marvel Legends. But it's Christmas time, so I've been buying a lot of presents for family, and I've been decorating. So you're not going to see a ton of reviews from me, but hopefully, one a week would be nice, right? What about yourself?
Not much. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think I've got anything on the way. May have a review on Mouse King, the Mythic Legion, the Figura Obscura.
Hmm.
Maybe doing a review on it sometime in the next whenever they ship it. Um, Other than that, man, I don't have much. I'm gonna start doing some standalone stuff, some what do I want to see stuff. But I need to get on doing some pictures. I need to get some start working on some Christmas stuff for Instagram. I got some ideas. Um
I hear that.
not
I
a lot, man.
I'm gonna be trying to put stuff out there. It is that time of year where we do have to compose our lists, and that is something
Yep.
I'm going to suggest for our next show in 2 weeks. Is that we start doing some of our own versions of lists, maybe some unorthodox ones, maybe some traditional ones. I don't know, right? But
I've got a
that
good idea for one.
yeah, that is one that I think I'm probably going to tackle soon, but I'm also going to I've got to focus on finishing off this house. I'm out of my little depressive slump now, and I'm trying to decorate and get things unpacked, and I still have a couple of levels to do here, so I'm trying to spread this out
Yep.
financially as well, right? So
Yeah, you gotta do that. You gotta
yeah.
spread it out a little bit.
Well, then I
Matthew
hide
saying
figures in weird places, right?
Matthew
List,
saying
list.
list, making a list,
Yeah.
checking it. So, well, lists are always good, Matthew. You know that. Lists are always fun. They're always good, especially when you make them kind of zany.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's how you approach it, but I do sometimes feel a pressure to make a list for the sake of making a list because I almost feel
Yeah.
like it's expected a channel do it, right? So that's kind of why I'm humming on Han and I'm going, I don't know, I'll do a list, but I'm not sure what kind of list I'm going to do, you know?
And I'll do a top 10 list, and then me and Pop Blender are planning on doing our versus top 10 figure list. That's kind of a given. And that actually reminds me earlier when I asked you guys if you thought we were going to see the hit and run big lob wave.
Oh yeah.
Um, what that kind of ties into why I asked that, because I saw a post on Facebook about somebody talking about working on their top 10 list. And I don't even think it was somebody that has a channel. It was just somebody in the Facebook group, and they were
Mhm.
talking about getting ready to start making their top 10 list. And Travis Moody commented on it and was like, it's too early because we still have a wave of figures coming. And that was why I asked that, to see what people thought, because I commented back. I'm like, we don't know that. We're not in Australia. Like, we might not see those figures until sometime next month or February. But that's what made me think what if people thought we were going to see them over here or not because of that.
So it's a valid point. And now that you've clarified it a little bit more, that was behind it, I get it a bit more why it's relevant. Because yes, in the top 10 list, what if Big Lob is figure of the year somehow, and you didn't include it in your channel? You're an idiot.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like, well, I think it's regional. Regionally, you can expect some people to include figures that maybe the other guy that did the review before the end of the year didn't have. But I don't know if it matters that much. Do you know what I mean? Like really,
And,
if
and I said in that comment, I said it don't really look like any of those figures are going to make much of an impact in a top 10 list because I don't think any of those figures are going to be on it for anybody. Maybe Big Lob, but the others,
well, but I
from
don't
what
know.
I've seen,
So hang on, leave war chest comments up there because on behalf of people over 50, maybe that's shit I don't need. War chest, you're gonna have to be a little bit more specific here.
I think that might have been a call back to the Walking Dead conversation
I don't know, man, but it
because
sounds
I
like he's making laxatives. So
so my TV, like I've got a LG and it's got the internet TV on it, and there's actually a Walking Dead channel. And sometimes I'll just turn it on for background noise. And that episode was on this weekend where Father Dumbass got locked in the shipping container with Negan. And he's like, I
oh,
hope you
okay.
got your shitting pants on. And that's the only reason I put that together is because I just watched it.
Ah, gotcha. I gotcha.
That's what I said earlier, War Chest, about shark eyes. We usually get them 3 to 6 weeks after they see them.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's there you go. There's another kind of hate that a guy gets that is irrational.
B,
I've yeah, I become aware of some of the comments that B has to put up with. Like I've read them myself now, and I'd be like, where's this animosity coming from? Just because somebody's got a toy early, that's silly.
I think B gets more hate than Lawrence does.
Yeah, I'm like fucking feeling bad for the people that are fortunate. That's what it comes down to. I feel, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
Anyways,
I'm the guy that called those guys the algorithm mafia, but I do it jokingly, right? Like they bully
as
the
a
algorithm because they get the stuff, and that's just how it works. So it's just jokingly that I say that.
yeah, and that's coming from a completely different angle.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
completely.
I'm not mad
So
that you have something I don't.
that's
I'm
right.
mad that I can't do something that you can.
All right, y'all. I think we're gonna get out of here for the evening. So thank everybody for tuning in. And still comments are still coming in. I'm still reading the comments. So we'll see you
Yeah, I
guys
haven't seen one at all.
in a couple weeks and have some more details on Crow's 1,000 subscriber giveaway that will not be rigged.
Until I can figure out a way to rig it so that complete strangers who I absolutely don't know. No. Try to rig it the
Uh,
other way.
that's right.
Yeah.
So hope everybody has a good night, good weekend. I don't know, like I said, if I got any reviews coming, but I'll be back next weekend or next week on Wednesday with Pop Blender for Sevens Wild, and have no idea what we're going to talk about, but should be funny. Aside from that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you in 2 weeks on the Backyard Battlefield.